Okay, welcome back to Sea of Sorrows, everyone, for another one of these harrowing adventures in the Ravenloft. Tonight we have no idea where Miser is, so if he joins us, he joins us. If not, we're still going to forge ahead. And where we left off, the party had just become the owners of a ship, a ghost ship nonetheless, with a ghostly crew, because I'm a kind and generous god. And that's where we took off. So I will now move you there. And just for the record,
Oh shit, our ship has ballistas. Or fucking.
yeah, I gotta put the cannons on there.
No, I was talking about the fucking those.
That's a
Also,
catapult.
I know. I was making a joke. But I do love that, like, I know the image isn't meant to be divided that way, but I love how, like, parts of it just look like it's underwater at times.
Yeah.
So I guess Kyle, oh fuck, would probably either take the helm or I'd pass it off to one of the other skeletons. So she's kind of just going through. This is just like the normal area, and then up top is the like where the steering wheel is, correct? Or just so I
Yeah,
know.
this is the castle, the forecastle.
No, he's
This
up.
is the
We
main
haven't
deck.
picked him up yet.
You know, rocks fall. Kyle died. You're not sure how the rocks
Rock
fell.
fell in the ocean out of the sky. So is it like? No, you say rocks fell. It's like two birds just hit me in the fucking head and kill me. Anyway.
Yeah, an undead pelican just flopped on you, and you're gone.
Why
That's
is
it.
my HP at 26? What the fuck? Hold on.
Are we having the wonderful glitches?
Yeah, it's fine. Never mind, I fixed it. Just put in my normal health. That was weird. Anyway. What a... I guess Kyle's just kind of looking around. It's like the ship... It's like basically being managed by the skeleton crew, more or less, right? With Zan and like Zimar... Or Zan and like Ismark kind of just walking around, right?
Well, Ismark took on the place as carpenter.
Okay.
Zan is kind of just whatever.
This is what happens when you have too many cooks. That's fine. Isn't it? I guess she kind of like takes one of the cloths from her long ass thing that's tied around her waist and kind of like just ties it into a bandana on top of her head. Reminds me of the old days, at least a while ago. She's just kind of looking over the edge.
Put your token down, Zamar.
Then Mars asleep in the crow's nest. He died up there.
He died up there with a crazy crewmate that was very depressed to not have his job anymore.
It's what they get for dying. Just don't die.
Oh, you think they had a choice? Oh.
Yes, they could have jumped off the ship. Mutiny's a thing for a reason.
I'm back.
Oh. Ah. Well, you're asleep in the crow's nest because we figured that's where you would go.
Yes, it is.
I mean, I could, but he's doing his job. Sleeping.
Yo, who skinned me? Who skinned me and used me as a as a floor man?
How high is like the crow's nest comparable to the like base of the mast?
If I'm understanding correctly, about 50, 60 feet high.
Yeah, he's fine. If the ship crashes, he's gonna die either way. So, you know, the one thing I do find weird about this, at least the ocean here, it doesn't seem like there's any what is it? Like barrier, like from land to land. It's hard to describe. My brain is actually blanking on the term. Like it's kind of like a barrier reef, but well, a reef, yes, but sometimes there's other. Is reef just the blank, like above tables? Reef just a blanket term for any natural man or natural barrier, or no?
No, you have sandbars, you have other things. I mean, there are sand. You have seen sandbars, and you've seen floating across. You come close to giant freaking rocks.
I've also seen sand pubs, but those aren't that great. Thank you. I'll see myself out.
Please do.
Don't you hate those sand pubs, especially the ones in fights? Oh, that reminded me of a scene I gotta show. You probably know the one I'm talking about, where they're just fighting in a bar underwater. Forget what movie that's from, though. Anyway, hopefully, by my calculations, we should be arriving back to the. Fuck. My brain is
No, I mean,
being
you have a
really...
text.
Paradon, thank God.
You haven't paid attention, so.
It should be near Paradon in about an hour or two. So we can just enjoy the sea breeze, the cold emptiness of the ocean, the unwillingness of what happens if you fall underneath and get dragged by the undertow. Not that bad. I mean, look, Zinmar is fine with it. He's 60 feet up and probably not freezing his ass off. Is it actually? Is it like cold on the ocean, or is it like a warm cross breeze? Another thing I should have just asked.
Oh, it is always cold.
Okay, so it's never warm here. It's always depressing.
Oh yeah, no, I mean you've pretty much figured it's either raining, cold, dreary, bone chilling, or you haven't seen any ice yet, but you imagine the ice is gotta be terrible.
Oh, so this is just fucking England.
Yeah.
We've never seen the sun. It's always cold and rainy. We're depressed. Ravenloft is just England.
Well, Paradon is based on London, so yes.
That makes a lot more sense. But either way, we should be there soon, and when we make landfall, hopefully we can give that AI core to Syndra, and we can get the rest of your crewmates, and then ship up to the Oni Islands, or wherever Zinmar's cunt is from.
I have no idea.
Got it. We'll wing it.
The first time I was on a ship, and as long as I'm in this, on this ship, I got seasick and was not conscious for most of it. Also, the whole timey-wimey thing. I really don't know where we are or where we went.
Where'd we come from? Who really knows? Kyle's just looking out into the sea. I wanted to finish it with the... Never mind. What is... Jordoba doesn't sound horrid, but... Didn't you say it was like raised by a dragon war? Or two? That sounds horrid. Considering what you described. I've never seen a dragon, so I'd assume it probably couldn't be that bad, right? Huh.
The zoomies.
Love the catnip. We're all dead. One dragon. The end game has been discovered. I mean, they still doesn't sound horrible. Debatably. Well, I've never seen them, so considering they're either I just hope we never get them in general, because I don't think they would be good for our land. How? With assuming with corpses. Of course. Alright. You know, it's weird also to see Elliot be stoic for once and just not say anything.
I am watching the sea for threats.
I hate how fucking...
It's good. It's good. It's good.
I like it. I like it. Yeah.
Oh, right. Damn it, my dramatic pauses.
Not even dramatic pauses, it's just pauses because his brain's trying to process what to
Where
say
am I
next.
on this map?
You're on the crow's nest, so technically...
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Even farther down than I thought.
Yeah.
We'll just put you down with the
Alright,
crew
so
for
you
now.
just... for frame of reference, you're like 60 feet up. That's what that was. So you just
We'll
jump
put
down,
you down
I
with
guess.
this crew to discuss things so that you're not yelling the crow's nest.
I mean, we have a mind link I could just use, because it's not like we're going to be fighting anytime soon.
Oh.
So we could just...
Well, that's up to you. Do you want to be up on the pole?
You think it will... I'm sorry, what? Jeebus, what were you going to say? Yeah. It's funny because, like, most of our party has a climb speed now at this point. I said most. I didn't say all.
Well, one of you doesn't have a climb speed. You have to a spider walk. It's
That's
different.
still... I mean, yes and no. It's like a climb speed for dummies. And he's also not here, so... No, I'm imagining the fucking SpongeBob thing where he's like with the plungers on the ceiling.
Basically. Anyway. So Ismark comes back up after a little bit. Right, so... We got shit for supplies.
I kind of figured considering this just came out of the ocean. I mean, we're still going to Paradon either way, so we could stock up there.
And judging from the mud on the bottom, you're not wrong. The entire lower section's flooded.
Yay. How long do you think it'll take to patch up? Like, once we're actually near landfall?
With a dry flop dock, and the fact that I have no idea, days, weeks, but somehow the water's not seeping in now. It just probably just needs to be bilged.
I don't think.
They all turn to you and look at you like, "Are you seriously?"
All right, you heard him. As Kyle said.
They stare at you like that, and then they, kind of shrug their shoulders and.
See, Deckham, they probably won't take orders from you just because they're, you know, you're not the captain.
It's also the fact you haven't established rank here.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just say that, cause though I don't know if any of them need to eat. Looks at any of them and probably watches like them trying to shove food in and it just falls on the ground like, oh. You know that's a rumor, right? And not actually true.
So yeah, they start doing a bucket chain.
Oh god. Please tell me it's like a bucket with a hole in it, so they get it to the end, dump it, and there's nothing.
Oh yeah, no, it's mostly doing that. Like, there's about 10 buckets, and some of them are more like they're using a ladle and passing it along.
Declan, why? I think they stole your ladle.
No, this was the past cook's before he was eaten.
Yeah, see, Deckham, that's where you have the advantage. You don't have tasty skin.
As you see this very small goblin skeleton walk by, and suddenly just stops, and you imagine he like tried to lick with his ghostly tongue. Could use salt.
I don't think. I mean, metal doesn't taste good, right? I don't think having an iron deficiency is going to make eating my sword any good. Do you not? I'm surprised you don't have create destroy water.
It's technically a cleric and a druid, but
It's not a cleric spell. Because I thought the storms got
control water is, I think.
Okay. I was thinking because I was thinking because of the sorcerer you were, it would have been like one of those random ones you would get that's not normally sorcerer spells.
I will say I learned something today about control water being the ability to create a depth charge.
Fucking what?
Yeah, you control the water around a ship, and it's basically the equivalency of a torpedo hitting when it rushes in.
Well, I now know Syndra's next fucking weapon.
You think she hasn't?
That's why I said her next weapon when we get to end. Anyway. I mean, I'm surprised though, Deckham. Didn't you used to live near the sea, or were you landlocked? So you've never traveled, or didn't really travel on ship then? I guess that would make sense since you would probably just only be helping with Mistress K unless you were getting ingredients and there was no need to leave. Huh. Well, I guess... I mean, I didn't ever think you would be like an envoy as well to Mistress K or your Lord Fizzle, what's his shit? Yeah, him. If you would also be service if they were to go away on, like, I don't know, business ventures or something? The what? Define terribly maim. Oh. Oh, I thought you were gonna say you used your drill hand on them and drilled like a hole through one of their. God damn it! I hope that we beat them in fucking the other campaign. It's not that bad. You got to meet Elliot. Eh. Mm, I mean, to be fair, Elliot and I almost did try to murder a child.
Deckham did murder a child.
Yeah. Someone somewhere fucking punching the air right now. Children aren't that bad in anime. Oh yeah.
I mean, there's always Genshin.
Genshin has child soldiers and burned literal children by throwing them into the sun. I think that's fine. Well, sorry, artificial sun, which was
I'm just saying,
technically
the only children you come across are either total freaking psychopath assholes, dead, or they're Klee.
I was gonna say, or you're all three in Klee. Fucking bombing fish
You have
for
the
fun.
darkest freaking backstory of the entire game. Chi-Chi.
Chi-Chi's... I mean,
Chi-Chi is a
technically...
fucked up backstory.
yeah, I know. Also, supposedly, people are saying Bezo might be dying. Or
Yeah.
is. That's why he's, like, not seen a lot. No.
Jeffrey Bezos.
Anyway, getting back to this game.
Yeah.
Well, I left my monastery for my parents, to be true. I didn't really leave. I didn't when I left. I didn't really leave for that exact reason. More like just to get out of the monastery life. But the end goal was always to find the identity of my parents and maybe if they were still alive or not.
Did they leave you anything at the monastery, or did they give you anything before you left?
The only thing they left at that monastery was me, and I was not of age to remember anything about them.
And that funny amulet you had.
Oh yeah.
And that funny amulet. Oh yeah, and the locket I forgot. Oh, and this locket I forgot about.
This locket I've had the whole campaign that hasn't mentioned once.
Well, he hasn't had it the whole campaign. It got taken.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
That's correct.
She's kind of staring off into the ocean now.
As I said before, the end goal is always to find who my parents were, or even if they were still alive. Obviously, talking to my sister has helped with some things, but it's a weird world out here, and honestly, I don't even know what to believe at this point.
I mean, considering Elliot's mom was a what were they called? A Kaldishtar, and was trying to use him for blood experiments. There's
Yep.
that.
The things that I've been told, even from my own family, it's hard to believe even them. I don't see things with my own eyes at this point. I don't think I could believe it.
Yeah, like you're.
But I've slowly began to realize in this place.
Kyle just getting more and more, not annoyed, but visually just tuning out the conversation. I forget, like, above table. Did Kyle ever say, like, how she got here? She just said that her brother died, but she never, like, went into it.
You would never
Okay.
explain why you got on the ship.
I do. Elliot or Deckham just did, and but Kyle's, I guess, never talked about it. Guess she's just kind of thinking for a moment. I hope we get to the fucking dock soon. Seems like it's taking forever. About what? Kind of obviously. You can kind of see, like, you mentioning it just, like, makes her a little bit uncomfortable, and she's just thinking for a minute. God. Well, if I'm gonna be honest, was to just run away, I guess. So, you know everything that had happened. That's my brother. He is one of the only people that I trusted, at least in Avu. And once he was gone, murdered by someone, I didn't really trust anyone on my crew. So I just, without saying anything, just left them. And then looked for, there were advertisements around of some kind of plane hopping ship, and I took advantage of it and left. Let's just, you know, I didn't live the happiest of lives, so it's nothing new to me. Just trying to start over again, figure things out. Didn't really expect my problems to chase me here, but you know, that really can't be helped. And you, as she says that, you could watch her hand like physically getting tighter on the part of the railing right here. God, I hope we get there. Yeah, no worry.
Okay, go right ahead. We will do some other stuff, and somebody had to knock on my door.
Surprise, hit me. But no. I don't know. I think the more I stay in this land, the more it just feels worse. But I don't want to really go home either, so. As it's a catch-22 of would I rather suffer here or there. doesn't help that there's a possum running a good portion of Hollow Slug right now. It's a long story.
Elliot sticks his head out of the door. Deckham, I think I found they call it a galley on a ship.
Do we have any ingredients to make food? I know. Hmm. Actually, looks at the skeleton crewmates. You don't eat, right? Like you don't eat souls or something?
They all kind of look at each other for a moment. And suddenly you hear one of them. Does anybody remember the last time we ate? I do!
So glad I asked.
When was it? I can't remember.
God damn it. That's my crew.
Well, if you'd said anything about you not going back to your ship out loud, they all kind of stared at you for a bit.
No, that was me as a player laughing. I know it's kind of hard sometimes because I use roughly the same voice outside of inflections.
So, Deckham, roll me a perception and an investigation. Why not? The DC wasn't very high. With the investigation, there is possibly some edible fungus, but you're not sure. You're not proficient in the fungus of this area. But with a 13, you have seen. Well, you haven't seen, but you imagine that a orc warband of savages and the most filthy goblins ever would still have a cleaner kitchen.
God bless. I imagine like 3 sea rats run out.
Actually, I've noticed there hasn't been any actual rats on this yet.
I'm surprised we don't even have undead rats.
Well, make me a perception. Or what is your passive?
My passive's, I think 17. It's really high. Hold on. I'll check it just to make sure. It's in party. I don't know where sheet. Oh, wait, I had it there. I'm blind. Me as a player, I'm blind. Hopefully Kyle is not. Passive, yeah, passive's 19.
Every now and then you've been catching something out of the corner of your eye, but eventually you're able to lock onto it and realize that there's at least 3 separate cats.
I don't know whether to feel insulted or... whose cats are those? Said the crew.
Oh, just a second. One of them sticks his head down below. Granny, get your ass up here. And then what you would imagine a crazy cat pirate looks like. As she comes up, and you see a cat skeleton like on her shoulder, and possibly one in her hair.
Huh.
What? Somebody asking for me? Who was the captain?
Please don't tell me she sees Kyle and also thinks, oh shit, it's another cat from my collection. Because the fucking ear.
You a cat or a goat?
No.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, asking about my preciouses?
Is that why we don't have any undead rats?
Rats don't have souls, you fool.
Since when?
Do I look like a theologist?
No, but I'm
Good. Because I really shouldn't be.
but I was made one. That's why I have all these cats.
Did you need
Alright.
anything else, Captain?
No, I was just curious because Declan was yelling something about gods.
I know he saw the galley, did he? My late husband ran that one.
Is it that bad? I now understand why. Nah, it's not that bad then. That also now makes sense why you have so many cats.
I'm not following, really. But
Don't worry
okay.
about it. Well, never mind. Kyle just kind of wave it off. He's not about to fucking put that down.
Alright, Captain, roll me a d20.
Oh god, I'm about to get fucking bitch slapped by a cat.
Alright. You feel like it takes longer to get out than it did to get back, or to get in. But after a while, those in the crow's nest call out about land, and you see the mist peeling back and the early evening lights of Paradon.
Hmm. Well, at least we're here. Dagum, did you finish cleaning up the kitchen? Or are you still... You know, worst comes to worst, we could ask Kay and Callisti to just clean it. At least for the galley. Anything else is probably no. Well, I hope Callisti doesn't take any of our crew for weird shit. Oh, one thing I forgot to ask as she looks at the skeleton crew. You're not, like, bound to the ship, like you can walk on land, correct?
I don't know, we haven't really tried in a while.
Alright, um, guess someone can volunteer or draw or play or do lots or something to see, like, one or two of you once we're docked in Paradise. We're docked right now, correct? Or, like, we're just getting in?
You're pulling in.
Well, once we get docked and situated properly, one or two of you can just try, and if one of you immediately disintegrates or turn to ash, it will be for a good cause.
I don't know these olds, and I'm already dead.
That's why I said you just draw lots and see who gets to have something bad happen, just in case. He reminds me of someone that I've met before, and that's not a good thing.
Elliot, that
I gotta say, who of
sound
our
right.
party members are orphans?
Actually, Elliot just like leans in the doorway and like stares at you like, what the fuck?
I'm so glad that
Along with Zan, who just looks at you like, what?
I'm so fucking. That doesn't mean you repeat it. That's like saying, oh, just because someone said it's okay to kill these people makes it a good saying. That was a comparison I wanted to make. I thought you. I was I was wondering if she is also gonna call her out on her hypocrisy of like wanting to kill vampires or the fang folk, which is also true.
What hypocrisy?
The hypocrisy of Kyle talking about killing. That's like using a saying of someone that wants to go out and kill specific people. For Kyle's only interest is killing fang folk. I mean, at least her. I want to say I don't want to say systematic racism, but it's kind of is. At least makes sense, even though it's still not right. But still. Anyway,
Okay, as far as the lore of your world goes, systemic racism seems to be a common theme.
Sadly. I didn't even try to, it's just like a force of habit. At least for that world, just because of how it's divided. But anyway. Let's just pretend that's delete that saying from your memory banks or wherever you store things. I'm gonna go back to Lord Fizzlebag and then be like, remember that saying I used to say? No. Got deleted.
Alrighty. You guys hit the docks, and I am going to fast forward to a cut away.
Okay.
Eventually, you do come back, and you see that there are a line of skeletons, one holding onto the ship, while the rest are kind of daisy chaining their way down the docks, trying to see how far they can get.
Oh my fucking god. I guess as we're like out of earshot. You know, in some ways I do miss my old crew because now I have this. And she just points at the fucking daisy chain of skeletons. Please tell me like one of the arm just like gets loose on one of them and they all just fall over.
Yep. And then they scramble to get back to the ship.
Yep, that about figures. Yeah, I think they also might have lost some of their brain in the ocean. I don't know how long they were down there. Maybe next time I'll ask what was the last thing they remember. Alright. I don't know if they can eat. Like, I'm pretty sure I saw one try to drink the water that they were getting through the bucket and it just hit the dock. Or, yeah, the deck, sorry. Also because they don't have really... It's gonna hit the deck. And I don't want, like, a shit ton of tree bark all over my deck. Yep. I think
It doesn't
Patterson,
matter.
like...
You paying the fucking ship their landing tax and all.
God damn it. She's fishing through a thing. I have an Electrum piece.
Who the fuck is Electra?
I don't know. People in my world use it every now and then. What's the landing tax, Moogle?
What?
What's the
Oh,
landing tax?
it's about 5 gold a week.
I have 20 silver. I can pay for it. Yeah, I'm broke.
What about all the money I gave you guys? Or did you not collect it?
I don't. I usually give it. I spend most of mine. Or I've just been forgetting to keep track, which also could be a possibility. Then yeah, no. I just probably spent it all because I know I went through a decent amount of it when we were. When was the last time we were shopping? Anyway. Actually,
Long before this arc.
it's true. I think I also asked for money then too. You know, I think this probably might be better than gold, and she'll hand him the service revolver she has. Could this? No, I'm giving him the service revolver because I don't want it.
Not bad. All right. Fair enough.
Hey Deckham, easy bartering, and she just walks off. To be fair, that was a Jordobin probably service pistol that someone got. I
Actually, it
know.
was an Oerth.
Oh my god. See, I could have given him Jeffrey's head, but I'm just keeping that one as a trophy. No, not him. The fucking Jeffrey Von Dick or Dixon. I also have a sacrificial dagger that's still in my bag for some reason, because it was a curved dagger I got a while ago. I'm just collecting all the fucking cursed things. I don't know why. Actually, I lied. I'm collecting cursed things, and I have 2 bottles of holy water just in case to pour over the cursed things.
Are you guys heading anywhere on the dock, or?
Um, I would probably just cast sending and try to call the since it's just connected stone to stone. I would call Syndra, we are back in Paradon then. I don't know if you're here or not, but we're if you want, you could just meet us at one of the bars somewhere.
Oh, yes. What about? We should be there by morning.
All right.
If we don't get any more of the sargassum in the way, we should be there.
All right. Also, don't mess with the ghost ship in the dock. That's ours. And also, the skeletons are ours. If they're doing anything stupid, just let me know.
Just because I'm a necromancer doesn't mean fuck people's shit. You
Oh, I'm aware you're not. I'm just more so afraid that there might be some weird thing that could happen. Fuck if I know.
But they can't breed, so that's the thing.
Well, no shit. I didn't expect when they're literal just husks of skin and flesh.
Well, no, they're just being racist.
That's.
Uh,
Do they eat anything outside of the flesh of the living?
I don't know. I don't know what kind you'll have. Are they incorporeal?
No, they're pretty corporeal.
I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
All right, Deckham, that's up to you to figure out their diets.
Speaking of diets, that's a fancy ship you got there.
Oh God, who is it? Is it anyone?
Indeed, indeed.
Oh
You
God,
act
it's the
like the kind of
popcorn
folks who
salesman.
need some supplies. For that fancy new ship and all, except the holes in it. Got plenty of lumber.
How much does lumber cost? For some reason, I thought it was the big tit woman talking to us for a minute. I was very confused. Oh wait, I looked at that image and thought it was a woman from far away because of the way the hair is shaped. Because it looks like like where his eyebrow is could be a face, and then below could be a chest with like a small, like tank top on. So
Okay, I can
fucking
see that.
from
Weird,
far
but I can
away,
see it.
it's like I just rickshaw painting a fucking quirky salesman into a woman. My brain is just not today. Anyway, I'm assuming it's just normal lumber and not cursed or fuckered in any way.
Young lady, do I look like the kind of guy that sells cursed lumber?
Yes.
You'd be right, but that's not the lumber I'm selling you.
I'm gonna insight
That's
that.
for the special clients.
I'm gonna insight him.
Sure.
Nah, he seems like a trustworthy guy. I'm guessing.
The piles you pointed to are exactly the same, but you're pretty sure that one pile that he says he's not selling to you is evil.
Finally, something Elliot can stab. Lumber.
I can try.
How much would the lumber cost then?
Let's see.
Yeah, come on,
Got anything to trade?
I have this, and she just pulls out a head. Deckham, you got all the information out of this, right? Like, we're not worried about it? We'll just tosses Jeffrey's head to him.
Let's see. It's a vampire head, which is weird because it could have turned to dust by now.
Well, it's also a robe or warforged vampire, which in of itself is weird.
Oh, that explains the solar size. Well, I could probably sell this again. Hold on. We do the taxes that I'm required to pay in this town. And that all comes down to that pile of limit right there, which is probably about the exact amount you need.
All right. Zan, Ismark, if you could just take that to the ship, then just get on repairs before Cinder gets here.
Right,
Lu-
right.
Please tell me like Zan makes Ismark just carry it, and Zan will get like one plank.
Oh no, it's actually the opposite way around. Zan carries like,
Okay, okay.
and his Mark just is like, you like that moment of, oh great, you have to emasculate me in front of everyone.
Oh god. I have a fucking video to show to fucking post. I showed it to River because it reminded me of Zan and Ismark. I'll post it later, but it's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
sorry,
you
go ahead.
looking for anything else?
I'm good on. Do you have a popcorn ball?
I do.
Made of what?
Well, I got the kind that are made of popcorn and sugar. I got the kind where it's a ball filled with popcorn. I'm pretty sure this is some kind of ball as he picks up a hamster cage or hamster ball that's full of popcorn.
Is the ball shaped popcorn like got anything in it? Like, so, so to describe, he's got the actual popcorn ball, a ball with popcorn in it, and a hamster ball with popcorn.
Yep.
Does the ball with popcorn in it have anything else in it? Like, is there anything weird or from it that I can tell?
No, but it's like a ship in a bottle. You're not sure how they got the popcorn in there.
Oh, so they probably put it in before they. Huh.
You're also pretty sure it's resin, so
Ew. Ew. Okay, we'll put that on hold for now. All right, let me take Jeffrey's head out of my inventory too, real quick. You have an instruction manuals for cursed objects.
which one?
This, as she holds out her knife.
Now, why would you say that's cursed?
I don't know what it is, to be honest. It just stabs really well.
It's just a weird little knife, as far as I can tell. Remember, I
It's
sharpened it for you last time. Should be doing real good.
Yeah, it has 4 or 5 notches on it now.
Yeah, that's odd. I mean, you've been carving on it?
No, it's every time I kill something.
Huh. Maybe it's got
Uh,
a weird fault or problem with the handle. Let me take a look.
He'll hand it to him, or try to, considering how fucking unwieldy this shit is. I imagine I don't have to roll a sleight of hand because I've used this shit so much that I just know how to
Yep.
hold it without stabbing myself. Also, I
He
rolled like
takes it from you, looks at it, kind of straight, kind of like looking at an arrow, straight. Ah, yeah, here it is. Looks like I got a little problem here where every time you do that, go take a little chunk out. Nothing to worry about.
That does not put me at ease at all, but this thing has saved our skin more often than not, so I will keep using it.
That's the
Despite
sign
my
of a good knife.
despite my party's uh, skepticism and worry that it will actually kill them or me. Mostly them.
Well, a knife's just a tool. It's the wielder that defines what it does.
Also, do you have more rum? I could probably use some more rum.
Kind of looks around. I'm not supposed to be selling on the street, but hey, yes,
All right, here is 20 silver, whatever rum I can get for that.
6 bottles.
Yeah, I'll take it then. And she'll just put 6 bottles of rum in her bag of holding. She'll just fucking, just because she knows that she's probably buying these illegally, let me just hit him with the yoink. If only I had reliable talent right now. One more level.
With your 19 passive, you realize that, again, nobody seems to notice he's there.
Okay, I'm still worried about our fucking cop friend. Or, well, I use the term friend very loosely.
Pretty much everything. There was utensils, but they were bad. They were very worn and used. There was no, basically anything that was food has rotted. That I do. How much food you need? That's a very weird question, but I do have some oil made of the finest snakes.
Oh my fucking god, fuck off. Deckham? Deck. Do you know that snake oil salesman is literally just a term for people trying to rip you off? There we go.
I don't sell no snake oil. This is oil made of snakes.
Wait, what? It's like, is it? It's like, wait, so it's like that thing where you throw a twig and it becomes a snake, but now it's in oil form?
No, as he holds up the bottle, you see a snake inside a bottle of oil.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yep, they press these other snakes, and then they put the one snake in there for flavor. Kind of weird.
You know, part of me just wonders if you're not secretly from Schlankton and just fucking around here.
Now, what do you know about Schlankton? That's a place I've never been.
I'm gonna incite that motherfucker.
Had a
This man's-
client from Schlankton once.
Guess he wasn't.
You honestly cannot tell if he is
Yeah.
been to Schlankton or not. You get that weird feeling of he is holding the middle of mystery to fuck with you.
Fucking sly ass bitch. All right. Do you have any moonshine? Cal just gotta look at him like dead stare, now kind of testing him.
You watch as a very slow smile spreads across his face. Not on hand, but I can get some.
You don't have to. That was more so a test. And if I think I know where you're gonna get it from, then don't bother.
Oh, but I do love seeing his furry little face.
Why are you insulting the dwarf like that?
Because
Talking
he's
about
my
Delhi?
ship.
What else?
Jimmy is a heck of a salesman. I sometimes consider him competition.
Why? He's just a possum. It's not like he does anything outside of run a portion out of the mire after usurping some weird halfling woman of her mansion.
I heard tell that on one train ride alone, he made over 5,000 platinum.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like a
It
normal
takes me at
thing.
least 3 or 4 train rides to get that much.
Also, I guess canonically now, Diana's getting kicked out of her home at some point.
Well, she is evil.
To be fair, we don't know when. I haven't like established when in the timeline Kyle's from, outside of, or if it's in the same timeline. That's the fun part. All right. Do you need anything else, Sam? Because I'm pretty much good outside of just asking for random shit.
It'll be 5 gold for the supplies, which amounts to about 2 months' worth. Being that you will have a long ship ride. And I'm trying to think of the price for Masterworks. What would that be? About 15?
Yeah, it's not that much. I think base tools are like 10 or 15 depending. Masterwork is like 20. It
Yeah,
only
20
goes up like
gold for. We'll go for 20 gold, but it is a chef set. It comes with pots, pans, knives.
I would imagine this guy sells the best.
Well, you've never heard of the name brand, but it might be a slight knockoff of something that you know is the best. But
Yes.
but it is of quality. They are masterwork. You know,
I had to think for a minute. My brain is trying to like run through every like fucking brand. I was
Hinkle.
gonna say Denmore.
Well, Hinkle's the best, but at least for American.
Correct.
A +1 and occasion, and depending on what you're cooking, advantage.
Does it? I didn't know the advantage part. I guess if it's something
I
you
think
make
Sheamus does
constantly.
that for my alchemy stuff. Yeah.
Like knowledge wise, yeah.
Yeah,
Actually,
if
do
you were
you
like if you were honestly like cutting up a crack, it'd be like, nah, that's just a +1. But
do you have any? Because it's been a while and I haven't gotten anything. Just because we'll probably need it because the captain quarters was also kind of cut to shit. Do you have any navigation tools and like maps? Just some general stuff.
I was beginning to wonder when you'd ask.
Well, I was thinking about it and then realized half our shit is waterlogged.
Well, I happen to have a map of the sea. I have a map of the coastline of the domains, and I happen to have maps of other places of domains.
Do you
I also
have?
happen to have a domainal sextant for sale.
And how much would all of that cost?
Well, being the map's extremely rare, that would be about 20 gold for the maps. But since I
Kyle,
like you 15,
Kyle looks at Deckham. For the good of the ship. Alright, so I guess I'll put in navigation tools and just maps. I'll just put in maps.
the domainal sextant, on the other hand, is about 200, I'm afraid. Being that it is a very rare item that is attuned to the direction of the core.
The what?
The only place in the domains it does not change.
The what? No, no, no. No, I got that. I'm just curious what the fuck the core is.
He kind of takes one of the maps he's about to hand you, and then he takes it, rolls it out, and I do not have one of the domains, do I?
If you don't, it's fine.
Just a moment. Keep talking while I do it.
Uh, Deli. Deli. God damn it. Brain's going. Yeah, I know. Sorry. Deckham, you wouldn't happen to have 200 gold for the dimensional sextant, would you? But does Elliot have any money or is he abstinent? I don't think that's actually what that means above
I
table.
am not gonna play that.
I know. I well, I guess he probably gave most of his money to charity or some bullshit. Oh, there he is. Never mind. We could. Hello, Elliot. Do you have money?
I should.
Did you just wake up, Visor?
Yes.
Okay, that's what we figured then.
Shocked out of my mind that I did pass out like that.
That's all right, man.
I've done it
Except for me.
I was like, all right, I'm gonna take a quick nap and then
Yeah, he's not allowed, I guess. So basically, to give like a brief rundown, we just were killing some time on the ship, talking about how we got here. Kyle mentioned that she was basically using it as a way to run away. Deckham said he was going with Mistress K to find new tech, and Zinmar was doing it to try to find his family. And then after that, we kind of just looked around the ship, saw what was what, and then told Syndra that we're here and she'll be here tomorrow. And now we're talking to the salesman that we were told never to talk to again, and we're doing it anyway. And I also thought he was a woman for 1 minute because of my fucking perception. My play, player, not character, thought because of I just Rorschach tested him, basically, somehow,
I
because of
am
how
just
zoomed out I
quickly
was.
setting up my OBS.
No worries, buddy. Does Ellie have money, by the way, or no? I'm
He
assuming he.
should just give me a moment.
No worries. I'll just wait for a second and then we can.
I do apologize for that.
No worries, man. Like I said, it's not like I said, it's no big deal. Shit happens.
Yeah, so like I set my phone to all right, I'm just gonna take 1 hour nap and then I fucking bloody passed out.
It happens.
Yes, I looked at everything. I didn't even listen to it yet. I just saw it. I was like, you have a missed phone call. Like, oh fuck me.
It's from work.
This would be
Let me drop this in.
For sorcerers, normally not much because usually you won't get spells through that. I know there's the robe of the archmage, but that's really about it. Because a lot of like full casters just want things that'll either bump up their DC or just increase damage in a way. Outside of that, it's also why I generally don't play full casters because I feel like it limits my perspective, limits what I would want out of an item. But that's just me.
So as he unrolls the map, he points to the part that's labeled Shadow Rift on here. This place that looks like a weird place called Florida is what you're looking at.
I can't believe Florida made it into the domains of dread. Actually, never mind. That makes sense. What's a Florida?
I don't know.
I
It's from
never
what
heard of
place?
Or is it
Florida.
pronounced Florida?
That might be it with the way they are.
Thank you, Jeebus. To be fair, that is his name. Or at least his stage name. It's great.
Now, problem here is, of course, this map will shift a little bit as it goes around because these islands don't typically stay where they put.
And that's why we would want the dimensional sextant then, so we could always get a grasp of where everything's moving.
Unless you had some other way to track things.
Well, we have a lantern, but I don't know if it works on sea like in land.
Probably history.
Ooh, wait, did we get into a fight?
No. I think that was just marked from earlier.
Okay, now no sounds down to my last 6 digits of health. All right,
Well, I don't think Moogle's gonna kill you by this salesman.
uh, so on
He
table,
did.
do
He
we get
did say
one
he
rest?
wasn't going to sell you the cursed lumber.
Oh my god.
So I guess we get a long rest. Oh no, that was
Yeah.
because of
Oh
the
yeah,
thing.
you're
Yeah,
fully
okay.
you're fine.
All right.
Um,
So Kyle asking Elliot for money. So how much are you asking?
well, it's 200 for this dimensional sextant, and it.
With a history check, you remember you have a compass.
Do I? Oh yeah, we have Vasily's compass. I forgot about that. Oh wait, why are we wasting our money on this? We have a compass that just points us to Dark Lords. I mean, it could give us more exact locations rather than just guessing. I mean, if we shove them together, usually a compass and a sextant give you like the most accurate loadout. The problem is a lot of the fog or obscures the stars, so I guess it uses the core as its star then. That's
He
if I
kind of holds
remember.
it out. Why don't you take a look?
I will.
Yeah, as you're looking around, like you see constellations through the fog, weird ones.
Mhm.
And then when you turn pretty much to the west, you see this strange greenish light shooting straight up
Is it near the Isle of Cicero, or is it like further west? Or wait,
inland.
oh, inland. Okay, I thought it was like considering where the city's propagated, it was like west towards like Hagg's Lighthouse in that way. Hmm.
Hagg's Lighthouse, as you would figure it,
Yeah.
is southeast of this.
Oh, okay. I guess because my perception was we came in, and since
This is a bay and a very wide river, so it's
okay,
kind of like London. So it's like the bay itself is isolated from the ocean
I mean,
by a
it's
very
not.
large inlet. So
I mean, worst comes to worst, we can use this with the compass, especially since it seems to have a good grasp of where we're going. The one issue that obviously presents itself is once we get on land, won't be as effective.
oh, it's still effective.
I mean, I don't have
It's just a
too.
matter of transporting through the mist. That's because of the problem.
Yeah.
But this could help if you really need it.
Do we? I mean, do we really want it with the compass and the lantern, or do you think we'll be good? Looks at Deckham and Elliot. Screw it. Why not? Oh, sorry.
Also,
Go
I
ahead.
suspect we may need a second opinion or release. The device isn't going to directly lead us to
Hold on.
adversity.
Give me 1 second. Pulls out the sending stone. Sandra.
Oh, what?
How rare are dimensional sextants in the domains of dread?
I had a chance to buy one about 6 years ago.
Do you regret it that you didn't?
I've been trying to kill somebody to get one.
Hangs up. All right, we'll take it. Like, call the only other captain. Call the only other captain that has an opinion on this.
I mean, Citra has other ways of navigating, but
Yeah, I'd imagine this is like one of the most highly sought after items. Like that's anyone that's worth their salt would get their kill
and then
to
you get
have one.
another message back. I had one. It was how I got back to Barovia to kill Strahd. And then I lost it because someone stole it from me. And I'm going to find that bastard.
Darn shame. Hangs up.
I take it you have a
Or I have one Electrum, so I'm like rich in spirit and actual spirits as she pulls out a bottle or one of the bottles of rum.
I will warn you, though, that Electrum doesn't have the same value here as it does in Schlangton.
I imagine it wouldn't because it doesn't have any value outside of Schlangton. Yeah, he said he had a
He's just got that
client.
same style he always has.
This is why I don't trust this man, but I trust him enough to give us good products. Or maybe sell our corpses when we die. One of the two.
I don't deal in corpses.
I mean, isn't Deckham's corpse just a robotic shell, so it's less of a corpse and more of just a reprogramming thing? Technically.
well.
I've never dealt with Warforged, to be honest. I was just taking this because it would be like fancy hang. As he
Elliot
kind of
kinda-
hangs the head of Jeffrey up on a freaking hook.
Oh
That's
god.
wall hang, isn't it?
Elliot just speaks to Deckham. I do have a sizable wallet to help. I can put in 150. Let me just minus that.
So
So
just for a frame of reference, my because it's been a while. Basically, his item shop functions as a character. You just ask for what you would want, and he usually will give something, quote unquote. Oh, I just realized how much gold was in the fucking bag of holding, and I forgot to split my share in half. Actually, Kyle just can pay for it herself. I'm stupid. So as Kyle realizes, as they hand over the money, she's just digging through the bag and like pulls out, huh? There's about 100 or 1,140 gold in here worth of gems. She's just digging through.
and then they say that charity was supposed to be a noble thing.
I completely forgot about it because I keep throwing shit in here. Like there's this, and she pulls out the gnomish long hammer.
All right, so I'm just putting.
I'm not an
That
alcoholic.
might
I'm
actually be a
I'm a
problem,
competitive drinker. There's a difference.
but it requires booze. So
Myself.
right, and Elliot will just put his 150 back into his satchel.
Hold on, let me add the fucking gems to my inventory real quick. I did, or at least for now, so I can minus it.
And mostly Elliot's going to look around on the items, but right now, at least on top of his own mind, he doesn't really have anything in particular to look for. And player wise, I'm still high wired, I guess. So I don't know
No worries.
exactly what Elliot would look for.
You don't actually. One other thing we may need. You don't happen to sell Vampire Bane, do you? Or Holy Water, or anything of the like?
But I don't carry holy water because that stuff goes bad after a while. But I do happen to have a couple of vampire bane swords, or other things.
Do you just have the poison itself?
Thanks for a moment. I probably do. Let me take a look. As he seems to go back under the table again.
He just pulls out a clove of Garfic. Vampire Bane.
Actually, he does set a clove of
I'd
garlic
imagine-
up there at first.
Nah, we're not going stereotypical. I think Kyle's gotten to the point where Vampire Bane is probably more effective than garlic.
Uh, let's take a quick 5 minute. I need to make a bio, and somebody needs to tell me something, and I also need to look it up. So,
Okay, no problem. Yeah, Miser, we thought your mom was holding you hostage for your birthday. Or at least I did.
No, that was on Saturday.
Ah,
Today.
okay.
No, today at work was. Yeah, it was a shit show. I can't get into it because I believe we're all on stream and live, and I cannot talk NDA stuff.
Oh, yeah, let's not. I don't want to get sued. Or be
Either.
in a court of law.
Me neither. But yeah,
Welcome back, Jason.
Hey, welcome back. Yeah, I'll just give the highlight of it. I got back home like about 6:30. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take a quick little nap and I'll be up at 7:30, and I fucking passed out.
I feel that.
I had my phone right next to me, and nothing woke me up. I only woke up because I actually fell into the REM sleep of like, oh, this is a dream. Wait, why am I dreaming? Hold on. Wake
Wait,
up.
this is weird.
Okay,
Alright.
what's going on?
Yeah, nothing much, man. He said he had to get some character
Okay.
sheets and some others and write a bio. Think about it. He sells literally everything. Our rogue didn't forget shit. I just forgot how much money I had in my bag of holding that I didn't give to you guys. I'd like to point out, like, look at the bag of holding in the party thing. That's how much gold Kyle has.
I don't think
Yeah,
I really. I
um,
mean, it's not like I have to buy armor or weapons or anything.
Well, you don't need armor, to be fair. You have rock. That's all you need.
Not to mention, it's like I think most of us already been. We already got our at least
Loadouts kitted out.
not loadouts kitted out, but more like we got the
What kind of
minority.
book did you get?
A chapter book.
Oh, what book?
Oh, oh.
Was it Junior B. Jones book?
Yeah.
Nice.
By the way, what boat did we get for Kyle?
Decently sized ghost ship, but it's got a lot of problems. So, what we ended up doing from this guy is we bought a shit ton of lumber, and since Ismark is our carpenter, he's basically fixing up the ship, and we just bought lumber, and him and Zan are taking it back right now to fix the ship.
I suppose at that point, Elliot would have asked, "Are you sure there's enough lumber to actually make a decent, seaworthy vessel?"
Mostly it's just patching holes, and according to the funny salesman,
So that's the pauses I'm used to.
yeah, Moogle played Elliot for a little bit, Miser, and paused, did like your pauses for a minute, like mimic them, and was like, nah, they were too long, they were too short. But no, get back into it for a second. According to the salesman, it's just enough lumber to patch most of the holes and make it seaworthy, so it should be fine. Plus, he hasn't sold us anything weird or wrong before. Mostly. As far as I can remember, anyway. Plus, he also sold us the fancy clothes that let us get into the Vistani camp, so. Can't be all that horrid.
Alright, I suppose I should get a tire equivalent for that Bell's Harbor when we get to that place.
Maybe. I think he's busy looking under his table for his vampire brain, so. Maybe when he gets back. Also, do we have to look presentable, Zinmar, when you're going to your home, or is there not a certain attire?
From what I remember, no. There's no real. It was a very. The monastery was not like super strict, and despite me not being there from the beginning, they took me in, and like I was their own. And I felt very at home at all times there, and
Alright.
I hope that also reflects on your guys' experience when we go there.
I hope so, but considering how butchered a lot of these the places we have been, considering like Elliot's mother, I or Sammy, I don't really trust it. Did we ever end up catching Sister Sammy? I actually forget. I don't think I was
Yes,
there.
we did. Or rather, I believe you guys had ended the majority of them, and all of them in the island of Cicero.
I think one got away, but I don't remember.
No, there was no survivors. Or at least no survivors of the enemy.
Well,
I bared witness to it.
you do know she was, um, I was gonna say masochist, but that's not the term. Sadist, right?
Yes, but she's
Damn it, Deckham.
She was technically a sadomasochist.
Yeah, I know. Deckham will never believe it was her. Mind controlled. It was not of her own volition.
right.
She
One
literally
of their
stabbed us multiple times. That doesn't mean they're misunderstood.
Technically, she didn't stab, she flailed.
Yeah, she beat the shit out of Deckham. She didn't hit me. True, that's why I didn't fucking stab her. Though I fucking beheaded the other one, like, immediately. And then our head came back.
Yes, Ellie will immediately recount right of their 4 members that I can remember.
But yep, we'll take the dimensional
The
sex. Or,
one
sorry, go.
one of them was killed by my father.
Or, sorry. Did you find any Vampire's Bane then, sir?
Just a moment.
Okay, I didn't know if he was still looking.
I suppose I could bless some holy water eventually.
Got plenty of powdered silver for that.
How much for the powder silver?
I believe the spell ceremony specifically dictates how much silver is required for that.
Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head.
I think it's 10 gold worth or something. I can't remember. Let me check.
I'll check too. I should have it here. Oh, I'm sorry, 25. Yeah.
Yeah, that's only gives you like so many bottles. It's not great. I mean, there is a church in town, but you remember how that turned out.
Yeah, the last time we went to this church, we almost got stabbed by a were-rat. And there was a
You
man
did get
doing the
stabbed by a were rat.
and there was a man doing the Macarena in the corner as he's being assailed.
And then we met Bloody Jack, the new incarnation of it.
And then Deckham got zapped by his own lightning bolt.
And then when we went to another church, it was run by heathens.
We have a bad track record with going to any church at this point. I don't trust churches as far as we could throw them. One of these days we'll actually get to a good church. Church of debauchery and sin.
Elliot will put in 50 gold for the for that amount of powdered silver.
Okay.
At minimum 2, but I suspect it could get me at least a good 4 or 5.
Does anybody know the name of a listed Bane sword?
That's not legendary, no. Or like god tier, not really.
There we go. There's a fucking price. Thank you. Okay, because I know that is an exceptionally heavy sword. Okay. To be about 2,000 gold for a standard sword.
Oh, I was just looking for vials of Vampire Bane.
Okay. That case.
Sorry, I didn't. If I did clarify, that's on me.
Oh, I probably just derped because I was told a lot of information while I was on a bio break, so that was on me.
Nah, you're fine. You're fine.
Elliot looks around. Do you have any particular poisons that are effective against the undead?
So Bane, it's Kyle as he's looking down.
Well, Greybeard used to say that white phosphorus was a very good, well, a good tool, but sometimes it would ruin the weapon from what he explained to me.
Why would you?
You really shouldn't use white phosphorus on a weapon. Burn the shit
I was
out of
gonna
it.
say, I've as someone that had a pyrotechnic that also dealt with white phosphorus. If anything, she put it in a jar for one-time use because it was just A, more effective, and B, it one-time use. If you use it in a weapon, you're just destroying the weapon 90% of the time.
Yes, that's exactly what Greybeard did when he wanted to kill a certain undead.
Sounds like such a waste.
You know what?
Even
Roll me a before I do this. Roll me a history check for your
Sure.
own sanity.
Elliot or me?
I both either. Deccan too.
Wow.
Why not?
Good. We are the historical bunch. To be fair, you have technically, like in campaign, you have met Kyle's explosive expert. He probably has like a hands of all kinds of shit, but
Does Zavar wish to roll? He might get advantage for it.
1 second.
Yeah, so for context, so an OR still in the bit of the crazier medieval times of let's just try something until it really is harmful to us. And Greybeard definitely was a dwarf that tried various things to kill undead.
So
well,
going up, for some reason, Elliot's kind of just derping. Kyle, you kind of have a friend, some allies that dealt with vampires a lot.
yeah.
Zamar, while you were bumping uglies, you remember a shelf, and there was a couple of bottles on that shelf labeled vampire or anti-vampire poison.
Oh god, it's the anti-venom for vampires.
And Deckham, you have a friend and a whole bunch of people who specifically hunt vampires.
And they had a mule with them. No one. God, I want the
In
Lord.
fact, one of them is notoriously known as a vampire hunter.
I was gonna say, Kyle probably never dealt with like Vampire Bane personally. Not that she wouldn't use it, but more so she had other beads, and she felt that Vampire Bane was probably too easy. But now she feels like it's probably a necessity, at least for the lower ones. Well, that's why these are points at her dice are silvered. Easier, and it's more fun for torturing. Why? Why?
Because on Jodoba, there's a vampire hunting mule.
Why is there a vampire hunting mule?
We don't know.
What the
I
fuck
But I
is
had the
going
story
on in Jordan?
right here in the newspaper. He holds up a Jordoban newspaper.
It's probably
I
like a
am
dusk. It's probably written by like one of the Dusk Havens. I have a feeling
Actually, it's by Von Wizardson.
that would make more sense actually. I hate you.
Actually, it's listed. Or actually, what is it? What would it be? Things I saw while staring at my own reflection
Shut the fuck up.
by the crazy Von Wizardson.
It's Von Wordson.
Well, sorry.
No, it's one of his cousins. It's Von Wordson.
Okay, I just want to point this out. I came across something. Yeah.
Sorry. Von Editorson. Editor in chief. Oh god, no.
It literally writes behind its pseudonym.
Oh dear lord, that'd be fucking terrifying. Anyway, go on. You said you like to point out.
I see where they're microtransactioning D&D Beyond. I don't like it. And the fact that there is something called a scroll of Tarrasque summoning is what the fuck.
Fucking what? Wait, when
Apparently,
was this?
Icewind Dale had a scroll of Tarrasque summoning.
Okay, that makes more sense. Because Icewind Dale was like their experiment of what we can get away with, considering Mela has a chest from there that literally makes anything and hasn't
Anyway.
used it. Also, where? I guess that's a question for later.
So, that being said, back to this. He does finally come up with some bottles. Now, these are a bit pricey because I had to come by.
How much?
Oh, about 300 gold apiece.
I'll take 5.
Okay.
Let me look through
I
my.
mean, I was trying to save you money, but okay.
Moogle, do you see how much gold is in my bag of holding? I'm not gonna spend it really
Yeah,
too
but
much.
you have other things you could buy.
I'll buy 2 then.
I mean, your ship your ship has some rusty old cannons.
Actually, yeah. Do you have any cannons or anything like that?
I do.
I think he has 2 of them, Deckham.
Oh, I got plenty of balls.
2 won't be sufficient.
Don't
Like,
play.
quietly face pawns.
Here I have what they call a kangaroo scrotum pouch.
Why?
I don't know. People are weird. But you do notice that you just clean it out like that and put strings through it. It's perfect cream pouch.
Huh. That just sounds like a eunuch thing, Moogle, and I hate it.
No, they're an actual thing. I have
know.
one. It was sold from Australia.
Ew. Uh, just how many cannons do you have, and are they, like, usable?
How many do you need?
How many cannon portholes does our ship have above table?
Probably a D100.
22.
It's got 76.
Okay. So for the fuck of it, there's 18 side cannons and 2 swivels.
I need a lot.
It's also, it's nothing compared to a man of war, but, it's there.
Yeah. I'll need a decent amount, because I remember even modding 2 cannons onto a skyship was a hell of a time. Oh, yeah.
I'm still impressed that they had the ships flying in the skies.
All right, so how much would it cost, Moogle, for all that together for the cannons? Just to fill the ship? Like
How much gold do you guys have left
8,300.
after all of that already?
That's what it says in the bag of holding. That's what's in the bag, plus the minus for the 2 vampire banes, so or they were 300 apiece, so it'd be minus 600. Give me a minute. It'll probably be like 10k or close to.
No, because the cost of a ship is 10k.
No, I meant how much we have left, not the cost. So altogether, after the 2 vampires banes, it's about 10. Yeah, it's about 12K actually. 12K and 300 gold pieces. At 360, at least from my.
Okay. So I'm gonna say it's about 6,000 gold for to outfit your ship with cannons.
6,000? Okay. Edit this real quick.
Even though the realist in me is like that's about the cost of a cannon, but tradition.
Yeah, but this guy also tends to like make deals for repeat customers because he doesn't seem to be making sales off anything else.
I can have that all delivered. Now the question is, would you like anything else? I noticed that you got that fancy armor there, Elliot. Looks like there's a bit of blood still on it.
Yes, nothing with a good cleaning can fix it up.
I mean, I got some fancy armor here. This one's made out of mithril.
Elliot's just like,
And for the those of you that don't like armor, I do happen to have some braces, defense as they call them.
Hey, that's me.
Rings of protection, cloaks. Got all kinds of things
hmm,
for those with gold.
Wouldn't know anyone.
I'm sure. As Elliot looks at some of the, I guess Barnaby has the tailored clothing as well.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
would you? Would you want this? And she'll pull out the sacrificial dagger she got from the gnomish side wheel.
Roll me a D100.
Sure. Give me 1 second. As after I sell this real quick. 56.
But that's a sacrificial to the god Bane. That's a rarity.
Fucking what?
Indeed, the god Bane died and then was taken over by his sons, which also murdered him.
Yeah, I don't want
God of
this.
murder. See, pretty good condition. I'll give you 100 gold for it.
All
Oh,
right.
I could trade you this talking doll.
What does it say?
I don't even know what it is. I was just looking at a list. Off
What kind of accent does it have? I hate
That-
you.
What are you doing, you fucker?
the King's
Got it.
Dwarvish, yeah.
It's a
It's
dwarvish
like an
doll.
old Irish accent. Just...
I could either do that or Russian, so you can got your pick.
Suka, privet.
That was Annihilator.
I mean, I see no problem with talking like this. It is not hard. It is simple. I hate that I do that because there's a guy that's Polish that I work with. I'm not gonna like disclose anything, but he talks like exactly like that, and I can mimic his voice because of and I hate it.
Bliata.
Suka, yeah.
Holy crap, that's a gun.
What? What are you looking at?
Gun?
Topaz Annihilator.
It only shoots. It only destroys topaz. Nothing else.
No, it's a magic ranged weapon resembles a musket, but in lieu of ammunition, it holds a glowing yellow scale from a topaz dragon in its heart. Deals 2d6 necrotic damage on a hit. If the target is reduced to, or object is reduced to 0 hit points, the target is reduced to dust. The creature reduced to dust can only be restored to life by a true resurrection or wish. While the weapon is on your person, you can use an action to cast Disintegrate once
my
per
God.
day.
You know what that reminds me? It reminds me of God, what was it? The silver tongue or the sharp tongue, whatever the bard god's rapier is, does some wild shit like
Yeah.
that.
anyway, Elliot's also going to sell his, well, His no longer used chainmail and his old greatsword since it's been replaced with the blade of the Black Templar. So
Half the sale price.
let me just pull that up because I don't remember their prices off the top of my head.
No, I can tell you. Chin mail. So have a 75 for the chainmail.
Okay, let's write that down.
Is it a
You can
great
just
maul or a great sword?
you can
Great
minus
sword.
miser from the gold in the bag of holding. I'll just pay for anything else if anyone wants anything.
25 for the great sword.
Okay, so let me just put 25 great sword and 75 for the chainmail. So that's 100. So I get 50 back. Okay.
Like I said, I think the bag of holding inventory is open to anyone. So if you wanna,
It should be.
yeah, let me take out the gnomish grenades because I actually did use both of those to blow up clowns. Oh yeah, there's the gnomish notes for how to make grenades though in there. And then I did because I was running ahead, and then I asked you about them.
Okay, I can just delete this out of my inventory.
It'd be weird if you had like an engineer.
No, we don't have any of those. Yeah. They're busy enjoying life.
Still terrified and walking around a freaking camp.
Doesn't go like more than 10 feet, like gets out of it and like, and then goes back in.
That would be
What the hell
funny.
is that? It's a cat. Fuck's a
like
cat.
pulls out a pit. It sees a cat, pulls out a pistol, shoots at it, and misses it.
They don't miss.
True, actually.
Is it dangerous? No.
It
Maybe.
meows once and like, oh no, it's a bomb.
What happened? What's it doing?
Please tell me one of.
If it
Please tell me
stops,
one of you.
if it stops purring, it'll explode.
Oh god. Please tell me one of your warforges has speak. Well, I guess it wouldn't make sense to have speak with animals on a literal military outfit. He's
Actually,
not
Oni
being
does.
redundant.
Yeah, the only one who
That
can't speak.
the
Well,
one
him
that
and
also.
you think Seven might have because you saw him staring at a rat one time very intently.
So now Daily sells his old sword and armor. At least alleviates some of the weight off of my shoulders. Some of these this is how you pronounce it, tailor-made attire suits. These are formal wear, are they not?
Oh yes, finest fashion.
I'll purchase once. Deckham, you call these suits, yes? Then I will require your knowledge of a formal attire if we to head to Bell's Harbor eventually.
No. She's literally just wearing like her tank top and her coat. I also forgot to mention technically because it's been a while since her coat does have like a giant Oni design of her crew on the back of it. Because I know I haven't shown a picture of the back of her coat in a long time. Let's see if I can find it even. Oh fuck no, that's shit's disgusting.
Set of fine clothes is about 10 gold.
All
I don't
right.
need formal wear.
We are talking like silks and wool.
I didn't stutter. A lot of rich, pompous vampire assholes wore them.
Right.
I mean, sure you could wear them. I'm still gonna throw shade at something I don't like. Hasn't stopped me before. I was gonna say Kyle hates formal wear. I think we discussed this before when she was asked to get the formal wear when we first went shopping with this guy. And she's like, "No, I don't want it."
All right. So the pack of clothes. That would be. Uh, all right. All right. Beyond that, that's all Elliot really thinks he can need. He isn't sure about anything else. And then looks over to Zamar and again to Kael and Decca. I don't suppose you're all going to ask help for the acquirement of magical items.
I'm good for the most part. I got most of my ship kitted out, and I have the dimensional sextant, which will help.
Times two.
How much would that run me? I'm looking at the salesman.
For
4 gold, got it.
no, I mean, what do you?
Bracers of defense.
Oh, 1 second. I just had that.
Yeah,
That sounds like a personal problem.
we're looking for two. It has been.
Well, one flailed you, if that makes you feel any better.
Actually, it was more of a bunch of scratches because remember they were hooks and barbed wire,
I was
basically.
gonna say, you got stabbed by the zombies when we were in the church, the other church that we were in. Yeah,
So
why do we?
2,000 gold a pair.
Okay, I only have enough for one. Actually, hold on, let me
Elliot,
look.
Elliot's willing to put in. He says, "I do still have." I'm looking at the amount of gold he has. 746 gold.
Let
One,
me minus for one. All right, and then
one
400.
electrum,
I
20
also
silver, and a lot of copper.
let me do some math. So 300 is 700. I have 760, so I think we just get it, or it'll be close. No, we're off 600 gold. I can get the first one. It's up to you guys. I could at least put up for one of them.
Hold on. I'm just playing on my gold.
I'm just using the party
I
mark.
have
on my plan.
500 gold.
Actually, let me.
We might be able to
So,
work together on this to get the second pair.
all right, so that's how much I have. So together, Miser, we
This
have 1,500 and 6 gold. So yeah, we'll actually just have enough. Holy shit.
like Elliot literally opens his alms box. You just see there's a lot of gold and other coins in there.
So yeah, we'll just have enough for both. It's all our gold though. I'll remove the gold from the bag of holding.
Also, Ellie passes the Electrum to Kyle. I believe this has more value to you than it does to me.
Sadly, she puts. Now I have 2 Electrum that I'll never use. Not in this fucking game anyway.
But yeah, Ellie will.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm gonna delete the 746 gold out of my purse right now. Yes? No?
Yeah,
Okay. Making sure. I go down.
because no, I still have
I,
a shit ton of silver. I have 1,000 silver left.
yeah, I got 20 silver and 146 copper on me.
Also, I have 2 Electrum, so I'm poor or I'm rich in that department. Because no one has Electrum, so I could fuck the economy. Fuck you. So do I. Alright, so you could both add bracers of defense then to your sheets, because. Alright, thank you.
Sweet.
The shop. The
Is
shop
it
is pretty.
in?
Yeah. Plus, Moogle also has like all the book spots, so we could probably find stuff from like Xanthers and other stuff as well.
I don't have all the book spot. I just
You
found
have
out
most of them.
the item Callisti tried to get made in Nova Cause actually exists.
Where do I
Wait, what item?
add it?
Bottle of boundless coffee
Wait, is
Click
that
and drag.
actually a fucking item?
from Strixhaven.
Click what?
It hit? Okay, that makes
Drag
fucking
and
sense.
drop.
Strixhaven has a lot of weird items, actually. I didn't know it had that, though.
Do I need to help Zamar by dragging and dropping?
Oh, there's only 3. There's a Mask Charm, a Strixhaven Pennant, the mascot, and the bottle of boundless coffee. It makes sense why the fuck a college student would want
Actually,
that.
10 of them.
How do I
10 magic
drag
items.
it?
Oh, I'm looking at the commons.
Um,
He said drag and drop. Where do I drag? Where do I drag from?
Man, what a troll.
I with a circle.
On the right hand side.
Oh, wait, over here? Wait a minute.
What the fuck is a Mergaxer orb? There's too many words here.
Compendium. Then I can just swoop to whoop. Where do I drag it to?
Just in the middle of your character sheet. Unless it's popped out. It's in its own window.
It is popped out. Motherfucker.
What a fun time. I guess you just gotta ask Jeebus now for a bottle of endless coffee, Moogle. I think. Or close. I don't know if you actually ended up buying it. I think you were searching for it, but we ended up buying it.
No, no,
There's
no. I had commissioned it. Then the war started. Along with another a flask I was going to give Elric.
the fucking. It wasn't a flask. I don't. It was the drunkard's amulet, right?
It was
Which
either that or
never-
it was the flask where it's basically healing.
That's what it did. Yeah, because the amulet heals. It only heals on the first drink, though. It doesn't heal on anything else. Because it's a one-time use, sadly. Which is kind of.
It doesn't seem to be working. I try to drag it and it doesn't work. It might be an Opera GX thing. But yeah, after opening and
Moogle, can you
don't
drag
do
and drop?
anything. It lets me drag, but does not let me drop.
All right, all right. Let me pop open Zamar here.
I could just keep dragging it, and then maybe I'll have like 100 of
Like
them by the time
15 of
Moogle
them?
fixes it.
Oh, you have no items. He legit has nothing.
Huh. The bar is
Oh,
empty?
did I do that or did you do that?
That was me.
Come on.
The bar so
Is it because
broke
it's
that
locked? No, it's
No.
not because it's locked.
it might just
Where
be
were you?
because
Where were you clicking to drag from? Because you
The
click on the.
compendium.
Okay, so you're in the compendium. You go over the name until it turns a color, and you drag from that, and it'll pick up a box, the white or something box, and then as soon as you get over the character sheet, it says accepting drops from compendium.
Hmm.
Because if you're opening
I
like
drag
the
it. I have the
character,
box. I drag it. I have the box, and I drag it over my character sheet, and nothing happens.
okay, is the character sheet popped out into its own window, or is it inside Roll20 main window?
It's inside Roll20, and I also when I popped it out, I shut the sheet down, and then went did the same thing.
I have no idea then.
Roll20 just hates
Well,
Opera
oh, wait,
GX, I
maybe
guess.
if I can I do this? That did not work. Nope, it did not work.
Oh, we'll figure it out later because Roll20 is a pain in the butt.
It always is.
Anyway, I'm gonna give you some items because you probably need them.
I got a
Okay.
shit ton. The cannons we'll probably need though if we're gonna get into a fucking sea fight. Oh, I gotta add the. Oh shit! Did we ever end up buying the dimensional astral? I think I did. The dimensional sextant because I ended up paying for it with the gems.
Okay. Yep. There's some
Like,
stuff for Zimar. The Explorers pack has stuff in it, so just look that up when you want to.
to be fair, most people forget what's in an explorer's pack until like last minute.
I've always used what's in my packs.
Yeah, I do the same thing as well.
True. I always. The only thing I ever remember from my packs, to be fair, is just the fucking 50 foot of hemp rope that I'll use like twice and then never again.
I'm just laughing
Torches,
over
I
the
guess.
fact that my priest pack actually had a alms box, so I use that as a joke.
Mm-hmm.
This is where my gold. No one would expect me to actually put my gold in the alms box.
I just shake it a little bit, like alms.
They give you almonds.
Yeah.
Hey, you folks need anything else?
No.
Yeah, the cabins should be arriving soon, so no worries about that. Now you run
Where
yourselves along.
will our skeleton crew get freaked out by the cannons? Or like, how are they going to be delivered?
Yeah.
Probably. Are they? Damn, same day, same minute shipping is really effective here.
I do pride myself on my sales and our service.
Thank you.
So you guys heading anywhere, or what you doing?
Um, I don't really have anywhere to. Oh shit! The service is over, right? I'm assuming at this point.
October this morning.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would have been earlier because we left in the morning, and now it's what, like midday evening.
It's starting to. The sun has set.
Okay, yeah, so it is the nighttime.
Right.
I mean, should we head over to uh blacks the smithy shop to see if everyone's okay?
Elliot's already on his way over, making his way over.
I guess that was decided for us, and Kyle's just gonna start walking.
Elliot will not say it out loud, but he does consider Desperado and that group good acquaintances.
Okay, just a moment. I will drag you guys over
Mm-hmm.
and make
No
some
problem.
adjustments. It would help if I remember where dynamic lighting was. Does dynamic lighting not have? I guess I screwed up. Where is it? Place door.
Hodor.
No, he's that reminds me of the fucking TikTok or whatever, or the short, where it was a guy was asking someone to hold the door, and then it ended up being the actor that played it, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, just stop. Man, I miss when Game of Thrones was good.
Mm.
Okay, so they changed how doors work. I
Did
don't know if I like this.
in a bad way or good way? Can I click
In
on the
like
door
a
still?
weird way because I can't like it won't let me rotate it.
You
Oh,
get to
so
grab those weird little handle things, I believe.
so they fucked up the dynamic lighting. I guess
No, I
the
mean
door.
like I can't do anything with the door. It's like horizontal now and I can't change it.
Huh.
And like instead of having the little lines, it doesn't give me that.
So wait, he doesn't have the little.
Yeah, it's not working like a normal
Does it have
door
like a
was.
does it have a
Oh
gear
shit!
wheel where it lets you adjust it on clicking on
Yeah,
it
no,
or
it's just
no?
like dropping it as like a round item, and it doesn't let me. So I need to be on dynamic lighting. There, okay. You have to be on dynamic lighting to get the little handles.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, that is annoying. That real annoying. Okay. Whoop.
Uh, all right. Who wants to go in first? Because I'm definitely not. d- Don't really do good with dead people.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Did he just go in? Okay. Yeah. Elliot
Hello.
also does a polite, loud knock of.
Wait. Oh,
You see drying blood stains on some things, and you smell blood. And there are knife marks in the floor
well, I won't door open.
and other things. Some of which you assume is what it looks like if somebody shot a shotgun into the floor, or a cannon, or the walls.
This looks great.
I see.
And you see the door for Ken's shop is shut, and
Yeah.
you don't see the gnomes.
I'll just go. No, I'll stay here. But wait a minute. Try not to say anything. Yeah, she'll just kind of like look around.
Elliot approaches, aiming to offer our condolences. We arrived earlier today. I heard the news.
Yeah, been holding down the thing. Mesvic's in the back. I don't know when he's ever coming out. And well, at some point, somebody's got to go in there and clean up Ken. What's left of him.
How did how did Jack get in here?
Through the door. As he points the door, and you see that previously the door had been damaged. This time, like somehow they've had to like metal reinforce parts of it to put it back into the wall.
Hmm.
Yeah, the door actually was blown off the hinges by the cannon, but yeah. I probably for the best. It's it's unlocked. Yep. Actually, roll me a Constitution and Wisdom save. You thought the cross manner was bad. You're not sure how a person just becomes the walls.
I can see that with my passive, right? Considering the door's like
Oh
right
yeah,
there.
you open the door and it is a wave of dried blood and viscera of just
I'm
smell alone. And there's no lights on, but your dark vision, you're like, why are the walls considerably darker than they were?
You think the orcs invented it to drink it, not to use it as cleaning?
At least it wasn't for injected.
I was gonna say, there's no way they invented it for cleaning.
Before Elliot enters that room, he also looks over. And how are you and the others handling the situation? At least the aftermath.
Well, I think Sherry finally put down the gun she was about to shoot one of you with. You see a little hand or a head pop over the. It's a thing. Desperado was actually out that day, but it's doing all right. I mean, when the bleeding stopped from my leg and I was able to stitch it back up, that was okay. But emotionally, I'm still a wreck.
Yeah. Actually,
Mesific might be. And I've been trying to check on him. He hasn't eaten, and I took away all the knives in case he tried to kill himself because they they were very close.
where is he?
He points back here in his room.
Question. The viscera and just disgusting everything that was in the room Decim open, at least for my limited purview. Was it uh was it akin to like how her brother was?
No, from
Okay.
your passive perception, you're just like, why are the walls painted red?
Okay, so it's not as it's a lot
Your
more.
brother didn't have any blood when he
Yeah.
died.
Okay.
That's why it was so weird, is because he wasn't bled out, he wasn't strangled, he wasn't. You just remember there being a weird black spot on his hand, in his palm. Elliot and Deckham, you can tell that someone swept a pile of person into the middle, probably before bagging it, but hasn't had a chance to clean.
Would it be all right to go and talk to him, or is he just not?
Well, if he doesn't throw something at you, but Messifix, I'd suggest not. He's again not taking it well.
Sadly, I can relate.
Considering it was right next to her when Jack did it.
Oh.
Roll me an investigation if you want.
Who? Psst.
You.
Damn it. Wait,
From your vantage point,
hold on.
there is some very aggressive knife marks in the wall and stuff
Fif-
behind or in front of you.
Sorry, I went to
And
add the plus
yeah,
4 because my knife, so 15.
you imagine what must be looking like a gnome shaped um, blank spot, bare spot where the blood splatter didn't hit. But you would imagine someone was completely eviscerated in front of you on that
Yeah.
wall. I mean, you've seen where they've been trying to clean up the blood, but
I-
it's soaked into things pretty bad.
Kyle's gonna link to the other 4 or other 3, sorry, party, and I'll just roll for how long. This is not gonna matter too much because I haven't used it today. 5 hours. Okay. Wait, did that go up to a D10 at 9? Hold on, just checking because I know it goes. No, 11 is D10, and we are only 9. I guess she'll say to the others while they're cleaning, "Is this our fault?"
No.
I know, but at the same time, we saw Jack, but we were more focused on trying to get out of here versus trying to help.
You're overestimating our abilities, Kyle. We had just finished fighting against the were-rat beast that we were not exactly well equipped to fighting. And if I'm not mistaken, Bloody Jack is either the Dark Lord or the champion of this realm. We, as I am reluctant to admit this, were not strong enough at the time to face that creature, even if it had the face of a pretty elf woman.
I don't know. Just doesn't really sit well with me all that much.
Of course not. Being powerless is always a unpleasant feeling.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of.
The best we can do now, if fates demand it or give us that opportunity, we may be able to avenge those that had fallen when we were powerless.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go outside for a little bit. We'll go see
Sure.
this movie outside. No, that's not why.
Elliot just adds in she just needs a moment to collect herself.
Check him. I would figure you would at least assume because Kai had literally talked about how she had run away after seeing her brother was killed. Like, he's actually high right now.
No, that actually, no, not. Yeah, I just realized, like, wait, Elliot doesn't need to breathe.
He finally.
We don't
Yeah, I
need to.
remember that from Dampiers. Dampiers are great. That I love that, and you can just do a fucking what is it? Air Genasi. Just hold your breath indefinitely because fuck you. That shit's just funny.
I actually forgot that little bit, and I was like, "Wait a minute, we're going to the bleach." Oh wait, I got deathless nature. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't breathe anymore. All right,
But
but yeah,
the
Kyle's
mental
is
link
kind of
also continues.
she'll keep it open, but she's probably not gonna say anything really. She's thinking to herself. So if anyone else wants to talk to her or through it, they're more than
Yeah.
welcome to.
Elliot, while scrubbing out, or at least helping Declan with the super bleach and everything, just rambles a little bit or just asks, "So, what is the purpose again to find or speak to Desperado?" Agreed. That I can agree to. I'm just wondering if this realm, this place that we have been dragged into, can find any form of salvation.
Zamar, you feel someone pat you on the shoulder as Desperado walks around.
Hey, buddy, how we doing?
I have seen better days, your. Well, yeah, I have. But ah, thank you. I was about to begin
I
this.
don't think I. I don't think I'm even getting used to it yet.
Yes, it's probably difficult for you, Zamar, as me and Decim don't require breath, and there's a lot of bleach now here.
I was gonna make a joke that if he's been near a litter box, I think he's fine.
Oh shit!
That's just like that's just powdered ammonium.
As
So
someone who
Desperado
doesn't,
kind of walks over the puddles of blood and just kind of walks over to the forge and reaches up in there and opens a flue, and you hear some kind of fan kick on.
if you do not mind, how do the events happen here for Ken? It seems like there was a fight here at least.
You did put up a fight, senor. Well, Jack was proving a point. He came in here looking for Ken, and of course, Senorita Gnarkali and Senor Masavic decided to fight back along with everyone else. And this is what happened. Jack killed Gnarkali at first and then drugged Ken in here. And even though we were able to get to the door in time, all we got to hear was his screams. You see his shoulders kind of slump. It is everyone's belief that he did this as part of the game he was playing with the chief constable, being that she was close friends with all of us. Ken predominantly was one of the ones who helped in produce the first firearms that were used and upgraded hers, along with most of the special units. So, I believe Jack was proving a point. And Deckham, as you continue cleaning, you realize there are at least a good dozen or so bullet holes. Indeed, senor. But he kind of walks past you a little bit. But it is hard to fight back when you're being boned like a chicken.
Mm.
Well, if you need anything, I will be cleaning up the rest of my shop.
Understood.
Ah, I see things are moving ahead for you. You didn't happen to come across a bit of a shrine, did you? In the breach. Or the event, sorry. The event.
Yes. It was of your comrades.
Ah. Well, at least it's good to know they're still there. Yeah.
Desperado, if I may have your permission, but I would like to perform a slight ceremony here just to give funeral rites, or at least here to prevent any desecration.
Well, I mean, we buried him this morning, so
Usually, acts like this tends to leave a lingering energy.
indeed they do, sir. We were actually thinking of cleaning this place and moving to somewhere else.
Mm.
But, of course, buildings are not easy to come by. Surprisingly harder to come by, senor.
At the moment, Elliot kind of pops into, or at least talks to Kyle. I don't suppose your ship will be able to hire shopkeepers if these are people are interested in leaving their house.
Sure.
We will think about it, senor. I'm sure everybody's still waiting. Besides, some of us haven't even left the house. Well, shop. Looks over at Sherry, who's still like barely sticking her head over the counter. He just kind of nods as he walks off.
I guess as Kyle's looking and sees Morgana, are you just gonna stand there, or are you waiting to go in?
I was actually waiting to talk because I forgot that I put.
Oh no, I know.
So
That's how I
she's
was
now
like.
walking up.
Yeah, no, that's how I was gonna intro it. That she kind of Kyle could probably like hear her coming from a ways away, considering her passive is stupid.
Actually, that's a good question. Let me check something.
God damn, fucking
Yeah.
rogues.
Yeah, goddamn rogues.
Yeah, fuck them.
Like
They're
Morgana
stupid.
worked with the soul knife.
Nah.
I see the four of you are back from where you were.
Kyle's kind of just probably there'd be like a few small tears, and she's just wiping her eyes. Like, yeah, yeah.
You look at Morgana, and she's got one arm in a sling, and you can still see the bandages like under the shirt and such. That's how bad. And she's got a coat kind of draped over her.
I see you still look like hammered shit.
You take on a Dark Lord that's got a personal vendetta against you. And we'll see how you feel.
Think we probably will once we fight Margolia, but yeah. Well, it's kind of inversed, but I could at least relate to how some of them are feeling after at least getting a somewhat gleam of everything. It's terrible. I can imagine
Well,
it's only worse.
hopefully you don't have to drag Margulia back through the past of some place that he lives. I was lucky to come back at the same timeline. This time. Last time I came out as the underground was 7 years after we defeated him. So I hope that doesn't happen.
I, yeah. I just hope, at least in some way, they can, I don't know, feel better. It's weird because I know we really didn't talk too much. Just part of me feels guilty.
About what?
I don't know. The feeling that I could have always done more, maybe prevented something from happening again. It's just that, you know, that emptiness that tends to gnaw on you when someone leaves you and you're trying to find someone to blame. Just that.
I am afraid that is not something I have.
Guess it's just me then.
No. There are a lot of people. Just not me. I have too rational a mind.
Yeah.
You see a situation that you think you could have changed. I see a situation in which there were 4 extra bodies.
People say I. No, never mind. I'm not gonna. I was trying to make a joke, but then just like stopped herself instead of just going with it.
To understand this was a force of evil, he carved through a line of 15 fully armed and armored police officers. He took over 300 rounds and kept walking. Think you had a chance against him?
Wouldn't know until you try, even if I didn't.
We had to track where the power came from. Luckily, Still remembered a certain angel we encountered, and remembered that it was when she got her powers. I did not think they would be returning, however. But alas, this is how it is here. And I can only protect my city as long as I live. I don't know what you have to protect. I'm sure you can do the same.
Yeah, like certainly try. She said she's kind of like taking and wiping away one of the tears.
As far as Margulia goes, my contacts say that he had left for the only Isles and has not seen south of that yet.
The moment like Kyle has a shift from sad to rage. Good. Guess we're gonna get to see him face to face again.
And from what I've deduced, you have business in Bell's Harbor again. We?
Yeah, but that's on hold.
My contacts say that Bell Harbor is in quite a bit of political turmoil right now.
From what? Outside of just fang folk doing kind of fuck things.
The word I've heard is that the Dark Power has chosen a champion, or the champion has finally begun moving. It created a great upheaval in both immortal and immortal sites. So, be careful when you head back.
It'll be for a bit yet, so I'm not too worried.
We
I guess Kyle's just gonna kind of just not say anything else and watches her go in.
Yep. She enters, she looks around, nods at everyone. Other than the fact that I know exactly what happened here, I would say you were listening with evidence. But that's necessary. So I must thank you.
Constable. As he Ellie gives a greeting.
Your friend seems to be having some significant troubles dealing with this. Also, certain names I would be careful about, huh? Make sure she
Which
doesn't do something stupid.
that will be a difficult leash to put on her at times. True. That part, I suspect, if anything, the death of a individual close to someone affected her due to well. You are aware of Margula's connection to us.
I have heard from rumors and sources, yes.
I will just say that I suspect, or rather, certain that Margula is more personal towards Kael due to, as he gestures at the surroundings and to the people behind her.
Ah,
Trauma.
so I was right in suspecting that Margulia killed her brother, or someone close.
I don't know the exact details, but it is around there or not.
Though I
The
must
best
question it being that, or was he kidnapped?
I don't know.
Because there was an individual. Well, there was an individual who was on this ship when he arrived that bears striking familial similarities to Kyle.
I think that will be information Kyle best needs to know, but I don't know if she would listen to our voices, or rather, secondhand information.
Well, she was not in an emotional state to hear that either, so I leave it up to you, her friends.
You do know that I am a follower of St. Cuthbert, and we're not exactly the most delicate in handling emotions. Then I
He's
do
gonna
not
end up
know if I
stabbing
should
someone in the
feel.
party.
Kind of just her eye, 'cause she has definitely taken an injury. It has an eye patch that's been there for a long time. She kind of just hurt, like her eyes, narrow a little bit, and then she just turns to Zamar, like, "Well, I guess it's up to you."
I don't know if I'm well equipped for this either, but
This is why Kyle doesn't talk to her party about emotion. Because she might actually kill them.
You're
uh,
just wonderful tongue of monkeys. As she walks off over to.
right, so any of us are going to talk to Kyle about this, or should we keep it quiet for a while longer?
I don't know if now is exactly the best time for this. But you are right. She does deserve to know at least some point.
Exactly, but as you said, I don't think she's in the emotional stability to handle things. She tends to have I believe the phrase is quick trigger reaction, the knee jerk reaction to any situation dealing with Margula, or I suppose in my particular case, the fanged folk, as she puts it bluntly. I suppose the question will remain is that, or should be asked. Should we tell her after we leave port, or we're in the new area? Right. Let's. I suppose let's finish with this cleaning and then get her as far away from the memories.
The one that can't talk. They just stare at each other. They both nod, and then like Kyle's better.
I mean, if all comes to worst of it, I will tell her.
You. All right, I'm just gonna give you a fair warning. The... Yeah.
I do want to mention this in case you forgot. Kyle, you did, when you guys were pulling into port with Syndra, you did think you saw your brother.
Yeah, I remember that much.
Okay, I just wanted to remind you of that.
I think she was probably hallucinating because at least the way she wrote it off is that she's probably hallucinating from trauma.
Yeah.
Well,
Which
like again, Elliot's willing to sacrifice himself to a degree.
I don't. You sacrifice yourself, Kyle's gonna stab you and throw you in the ocean.
She can
Depending on how
certainly
bad.
try.
I don't think she'll be able to lift your armor, to be honest.
That's why I said she can certainly try. Anyway, but yeah, Elliot is as he's cleaning and everything, right? And dealing with the situation with the Oni shogunate.
Shogunuts. Show these nuts. Kyle
I don't suppose any of you know what an Oni is, because I do not.
pulls at her horns. Is this in the mental link or talking to people? Or all of us?
Talking to people.
I have an idea, considering that's what's
No,
embroidered on the ship.
he's talking out
Oh,
loud, but he's not
okay.
using the mental link. He's talking
Just
out
making sure.
loud.
Okay.
Zimlar, you do know what an Oni is because you had a dream with one.
Oh, that's right. I mean they kind of look like a person, but I don't know. I don't know the how to correctly, accurately describe one above table.
Um,
Above
Ky-
the table, I would
Ky-
say it looked like Kyle with dyed skin.
pretty much, because Kyle
That's
is
a good
technically
shit.
based off an Oni. Like, her design actually has inspiration from both an Oni and some other stuff.
And also the back of her coat has like a face
Oh.
of what you saw.
Yeah, of a literal Oni mask. Hold on, I'll get it, because I gotta find that file. Been a hot fucking minute.
So yeah, Zimar, you could probably be like, well, it had a face like that.
Well, if you look at Kyle over there, you
I'll
just
try.
twist your imagination a little bit. That's pretty much an Oni.
So the entity that twisted Kyle's body and everything was trying to make an Oni. Is that like some sort of chimera or flesh golem?
I think yes. They can polymorph,
So they have
but
magic in their veins.
most of the time they're going to look like Kyle over there, slightly changed.
Also, sometimes bigger, if I remember correctly, because Oni are large creatures. Like above table.
I
I guess that's up to Moogle, depending on how he's
like
interpreting Oni, because Onis are technically ogres.
Okay, what was the question again? Sorry.
Do you consider Onis large creatures or not? Or are they medium? Because I know Onis technically could be interpreted as ogres.
Okay. On Hollow Swag, are there Oni?
Probably like smaller variations, not like I would say normal sized Oni, hence why Kyle was able to model that. Or there's like they're more ancient or history books of them, so they're probably more extinct and like in the
Okay.
same way the gods or something were. So she just thought the symbol was
Okay.
cool.
Then in that case, you know them as like a much more aggressive and usually stronger tiefling
Okay.
in a way, but they have their own culture. And there
Oh,
were historically like massive ones.
hmm
Uh, as far as you know, we're not sure if they were, they are a variation of tiefling or not. That's just it's
okay.
speculation.
I guess that
Uh,
also makes sense since everyone calls her a fucking tiefling that they've went across.
uh, so Lamar, you would know that there were unusual demons or devils that oftentimes hid within forests, but you never really knew much about them. Decim or Jeebus, are there Oni on Jordova? Okay. Okay. Then then you don't know what an Oni particularly would be for your world, and I can't remember if there's ones on Earth. I want to say
No,
no.
there's not. No, especially there is, but they're in the far east, something that Elliot would never have been to. Elliot's more in the north, for Blackmore, and
Yeah,
the
so I mean, if
closest thing
you
that
if,
you
if
could get
Elliot had any knowledge, it's anecdotal.
that, and also the closest thing he could probably understand is if it's like ogres, because
Yeah.
ogres are in Blackmore territory.
So yeah, yours would be that the Oni is like a variation of ogre,
All right.
and yours is like you read about it in a book once about ogres, and it's like this weird variation.
So basically, what I'm understanding, then Mars knows there's some creatures in the forest. Kyle probably got the white chocolate version, and fucking Deckham doesn't know anything, and Elliot's probably will murder you and are more closest to the OG Onis, or what
Yeah.
would be considered a normal Oni.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Except unfortunately, Elliot, in his experience, stayed mostly in the north and west areas. So, Oarth, very much like Earth, a lot of the eastern cultivated creatures and monsters are in the east, far east.
Yeah, it's same for like Toriel and stuff, where it's
And Elliot will just add, I'm a bit ashamed to say that in my near 80 years of 8 decades of life, I had never heard or encountered a thing called an Oni. But this adventure, as one would call it, if not a strange trial in purgatory, I've been learning quite a lot of many new things. I don't know if that's actually interesting or not.
Declan
Indeed.
probably thinks it's some kind of horned orc.
Pretty much.
The bleach is finally getting into Elia, and
He's
he
gonna
does not
die.
require to breathe, but yeah, he couldn't help but laugh a little bit. Right. I suppose just like before, we'll just hit it and see if it dies or not.
My favorite part.
Oh my- This will insult Moogle a little bit because it's been a while since I saved this art, but here I'll post it in the Sea of Sorrows because this is technically what the back of Kyle's jacket looks like. I forgot I had this spreadsheet. It just took me a fucking minute to find it.
Ah,
Yeah, because that's the back. It's technically literally an Oni mask.
all right. Hopefully that ship is ready to set sail soon.
We're still waiting for tomorrow. Uh, you're all outside, right?
Yeah, this is the
Okay.
mental talk.
Uh, it should be, but we're still waiting for Syndra because she said she'd be here tomorrow morning, so we could chip off then.
All right. Considering that we'll be dealing with the Oni Shogunate thing. Right. I asked the other two out loud, but didn't ask you. What the hell exactly is an Oni?
For I don't know if it's the same here, but on my plane or whatever we're calling where I'm from, Oni are just like massive, or at least the ones from stories were always these massive horned creatures that stomp and ravage the land. But realistically, the ones that are kind of scattered throughout Hollow are just basically bastardized tieflings. More humanistic than tieflings, but still, I guess I would be close as a comparison, but I'm also like uh, what is it? A chimera of different meshes of everything. So maybe someone was trying to recreate an Oni or use it as a basis. I couldn't tell you.
Ah, that was the question I did shouted at or spoken out loud to Zamar and Deckham as Elliot will be making his way out of the or as he is making his way, he kind of gives everyone a farewell and condolences again.
Jin kind of just waves at you, and you see Sherry's head kind of pop over and a little hand, but there's definitely some trauma there.
Makes sense. She's a sweetheart. uh, Elliot steps out. Right, I did suspect, or at least adjusted a question that I didn't use the mental link about. If your tormentor was trying to make an Oni, from what I
Elliot,
was hearing in the description.
Elliot, no. And she's just gonna start walking. The moment you said her tormentor, she just immediately tuned out the conversation. He'll just start walking. I can't move off the map because block, but yeah.
Yeah.
Right. I starting to get used to dealing with socializing. I
I
suppose
take
it
it it
did.
didn't go well.
No, I did not. almost, almost in sync. It says not at all.
Well, I don't think any of us would have actually had any luck. So
Well, Greybeard always did say that the blunt instrument approach is usually the most effective when There's nothing but silence.
I think a blunt instrument is good.
What are friends?
I'm
Now that I think
90% sure if
about it,
Elliot tries the blunt instrument approach, he's gonna get a sharp instrument in return.
you could certainly try. But anyway,
Yes.
Elliot's reaction. Elliot, you actually see him pause for a moment to really think about it. Besides those that he drinks with and those that he hunts with, I don't think so. Would I actually be considered an enabler then, since
Alrighty. You guys have anything you want to do for the night, or
No, I think Kyle's too kind of stricken with things, and she definitely he'll probably go back to the ship if anything to sleep. Probably more comfortable there, at least to her.
I'm still trying to get the smell out of my nose.
The smell of the sea is usually good for Clorox.
I think I'll go to the ship too.
Hmm. Yeah, you know what? Elliot's going to basically walk around the docks, but I think, well, else he will check out the lighthouse.
alrighty. In that case, roll me a D100, Miser.
Okay.
My favorite. It's my favorite time.
Oh no.
62.
You walk around for a while. It doesn't take. It's not hard for you to find directions. You're used to cities that are packed like this. And you eventually make your way towards the lighthouse. Though, as you come across a corner, you catch the glint of, oh, what do they call that? It's the eyes that cats and dogs and stuff have.
Well, the reflective sheen.
Yeah, that reflective sheen off of a woman who comes out of a very dark alleyway.
All right, just typing all this down first. Okay, let me just move my token to the lighthouse. And
Roll me a perception.
sure thing. 20.
Being a Dampier and having recently gone through things, you catch a whiff of the scent of her. And at first, it's probably sets you on edge because it smells very similar to your mother.
My hands are already moving toward my sword. And I will again blunt instrument application. I hope you're not going to give me a lie of being part of a Church of Ezra now.
Now, why would I do that?
Because you smell like a bunch of liars I met recently.
You smell like a grandniece of mine. So I was going to pass you by. But now I'm interested.
Well, subtlety is out the window now. uh, uh, going to use this divine favor onto my onto my very sword, make it very noticeable.
Man's about to get thrown 20 feet the other way.
She smiles at you, still. Approaching.
He also approaches. I guess in this case it'll be the approach of until they're 5 feet from each other.
Well, before you get that close, she veers off and begins walking up the wall. But her eyes haven't left you. Yours. So you are his son. And you take after him.
I like to
Oh,
think I take after Greybeard a bit more.
that means nothing to me.
Of course not. So what do I owe to the pleasure of this encounter? Or at least a name?
She, her smug little smile just suddenly now opens to reveal the fangs. Well, I've had a lot of names, but most people just know me as Valenta. Valenta Poposki.
How close is she from me right now?
30 feet. She's up on a
Great! I'm going after her to attack.
Okay. You get a map.
Someone's gonna end up dead. Well, he still has the mental link because it goes for a mile, and unless this town's a mile long.
Uh,
True. Yeah, you're
Nope.
that's
let me
all the
Oh,
bodies here.
I deleted myself, and now I can't see anything. Let me put myself back. I am stupid. Where's the saddest corner? I'll
I
join you.
Near
suppose
neck
Zamar gets his own corner. We're all
on the table question, did Kyle ever mention
of Lenta
the
Popopsky? No.
Okay, well, either way, she did say grandniece and
yeah.
hmm?
Yeah.
So
I don't think she has, but the only thing I
I can't
remember is
remember who asked about Elliot's mother's true or actual last name.
I don't think anyone has, or it just Elliot. I don't know because
Elliot would know at least that because he did talk to his father and he got that little history buff information. It should be in my notes somewhere.
yeah, Kyle would not give a second thought to it because
No, because you don't want to listen to them, so that's fine. But he did recall grandniece and oh dear, this is
he's
probably gonna
about
be
to beat up his aunt or
a
cousin.
great aunt.
Oh yeah, great aunt. His grant.
I guess somebody needs some fight music.
Okay, because Elliot's gonna die in a fucking ditch. Let me
I
see.
mean, hey, no one will shed a tear, right?
Uh, Deckham can't physically shed a tear. He could shed oil.
Oh, I don't have a token for it.
Just use Charlize's. That'll probably be decently comparable. At least gives her something.
Let me check here. I should have something. Come on, really? I have a million freaking tokens.
I feel that. That was me yesterday.
I feel that very often.
It took me so long to find Tess's token. I have no idea how bird it was.
Fuck it, we'll just use generic token.
Oh my god, she's Strahd.
No, that's not Strahd token.
Is that not?
That guy has too much hair to be Strahd.
I thought
Should it be
Strahd
that
was.
one
I
then?
thought Strahd. I thought Strahd actually was kind of, even though very emasculate, very or
Oh, wait, I
masculine. He
wanna
had like
reach
long
it.
flowing hair. I might be just.
He does.
used to
He
the-
does have long flowing hair. He also has a widow's peak that goes like fucking miles.
Oh, okay, okay. That I didn't.
You have to remember, he was like 50, almost 50, like 60 by the time he was turned.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh wait, I won't be able to reach her then if I'm over there still. Am I
Well,
closer?
I'd
or
say you're
what?
probably closer, but
Okay.
okay. Let me.
Oh, this might be rough.
It might be.
Do I still get the attack in since I was the one who initiated it, or
Yeah, I'll let you go ahead.
okay? For the 15, I'm gonna use the guiding strike for Channel Divinity. This one here to make that until a 25.
Okay. Because the first one did not hit because she cast shield.
Okay, well, as the 25 does hit, I'm going to deliver a. Let me just check. So I'm going to do Divine Smite, and I have access to third level spells. Perfect. Where is it? Here we go. Minus the 4 radiant at the top. That was I didn't click off the Divine Favor.
Okay.
And Mental Link, if it's still attached, I don't know. I was just like, right. Found a vampire at the lighthouse. Is this thing working? That's all. That's all. Elliot thinks.
I will let you roll a d100. Whoever feels lucky.
You want me to do it so we could fuck it up?
It's me. 100.
Okay, Jason, go ahead. Fuck it up.
52.
I'm
Highs.
afraid you don't hear anything.
I'm afraid I don't hear anything. Do we hear? We don't hear anything. Okay, we don't hear anything. Do we hear? I mean, don't we hear anything through the mental link, or don't hear anything at all?
Yeah, you don't hear anything through the mental link.
Huh.
Do we hear?
Yeah.
Do we hear any clanging or clinking?
Nah,
Not
it doesn't.
just-
It doesn't work like that. You could maybe project images, but unless Elliot's purposely projecting it through, it's not gonna. It doesn't 100%. It sadly doesn't work like that.
I mean, I guess the only thing that would stand out is if you actually are looking at the lighthouse and you just notice that there's a small little beam sword.
Well, I mean, you're more still in the building. You haven't quite reached it yet.
Ah, okay.
Okay,
And,
now it's her turn. Unless you have something else.
my free action is right. Let me just send you to your niece then. I think my dear mother would like the company.
Okay. Just make some notes here.
So I just burned on my channel divinity. And that's a third spell slot out.
You really think you can do anything against me?
I sure as I'm gonna try. Okay. Well,
It didn't work.
I was like, what sort of things Amar's chanting? I thought he was a monk.
I tried to click
Right,
show
you click
spell
spell
description.
Yeah, I gotcha.
It's unless you're a
oh.
DM or have a spellcaster with said spell, it won't ever let you.
Alright, constant. With my aura protection. I just. Ooh, thankfully I passed that one.
So that's 19
20.
damage.
Mm-hmm. One, two, three, four, five.
You will get an opportunity attack as she jumps back and kind of
Okay.
just backs up onto the roof.
Alright, I'm just gonna quickly roll another con save for my concentration, which that was 19. I am. Wow.
Well,
Elliot's
we have the damage you took, so yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, wow, Elliot's focused on killing the vampire. Alright, so he's another Blade of the Templar. I'm going to pop that inspiration for the advantage. Hopefully I can get something out of that. 24. With a,
That hits.
and I'll throw in my last third level spell slot of Divine Smite. I just click the Divine Favor off.
Damn right. Okay. Let's see, that's 15, 30, 53.
If she's an undead, well, she takes the extra 14.
Yep. All right, it's your turn.
I'm gonna take a quick look around. Is there anything that looks like a possible trap?
No.
Well, I had been running away from a lot of undead as of late, so this opportunity to at least take out one undead in this dreadful land is going to be something I would look forward to. So, running after. So, I don't know how I got 35 feet of movement, so I do not know if I could catch up to her.
You probably can.
Okay. Since I don't have Guiding Strike or advantage anymore, just going to be 2 regular attacks. Wait, what? Where did that plus 10 come from? Oh, I'm sorry. I hit that wrong one.
Is the plus 10 supposed to be there, or
No, that was for the Guided Strike, and I did not take that off. That was supposed to be for the Divine Favor.
God,
so
keep
14, 27?
Yeah, so it's just 14 and 27. I was like, where did those plus 10s come from? Yeah, so no. Discount the plus 10s. That was from Guided Strike.
Okay, so the 27 hits.
I see Miser was going for 3-5 AC rules.
And well, I'm gonna go all in. So second level Divine Smite. Need to see if that's actually hurting her or not. Minus at 4 rating. It's one of those long days. I'm not clicking everything.
Don't worry about it.
And that's it for Elliot.
Hello?
Yeah, just rethinking.
Range
Making
dog.
sure I didn't. Just making sure I didn't DC.
Oh shit.
Well, someone doesn't want to be chased by their great nephew.
I
Wow.
will say this: you get an attack of opportunity, but again, it is at disadvantage.
I will take it.
I'll let you
Nothing
burn
but-
my inspiration.
Oh god. Okay, so what is that? Normal then? Okay.
Sure.
Thank you, buddy. I'm just like, okay.
I'm just chilling in the ship, dude.
Yeah, I'm just here being traumatized while you're beating up your great aunt.
You felt like you hit something, but it might have just been cloth.
Hit him harder.
Fine.
There we go.
Good grief.
Okay, then I'm going to say you hit.
You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm going to do? Hold on, let me just
properly click everything again, so I'm not just burning a second level for Divine Smite. I'm burning through all my spell slots tonight. Yeah, that's it for Elliot. Or wait, no, that was her invisibility thing. I'm sorry. That was for the that was all for reaction. Holy shit.
Went really hard for that reaction though.
Yeah.
True.
Are you sure? Hold on. Let me see. Can I do this?
Are you gonna use
Roll a
Divine Sense?
D100.
No, I think you might try to use Divine Sense. 'Cause
Uh-huh.
Technically, he's the fiend.
Nope. Oh,
Unless
wait,
Google
that's
Oh. Just to get hit with all that damage.
She'd just be like, "Hey, help!"
help.
I forgot.
Help!
Help.
I forgot.
I've fallen and I can't get up. Help! God damn it!
Oh shit.
Miser
The
bullied
red circle of doom.
Miser bullied the shit out of an old woman. Stinky. Sorry. All I think about when I hear.
Kill me.
Fuck!
Oh shit.
It's like this
Why
is
does this play
exactly.
out like a? Why does it play out like a fucking South Park comedy?
I need
All
to stop
right.
laughing so damn
Google.
much.
Buddy.
Your turn, Miser.
Yeah, hold on. I was just trying to get my.
Google,
Trying to
this is
stop
why you
my-
gotta do the D door out. It's so much easier.
There you go. I don't think any of those hit. If she has that high of an AC.
No, you feel it glance off of a shield spell again.
Hmm.
As she cocks her head towards you, or to the side, and you watch as the wounds are slowly starting to close up, as vampires do.
Yeah, she took all that rage. She's still healing. That's interesting. Keep that in mind. As Alright, you know what? I need some extra firepower, so bonus action, spiritual weapon.
Pulls out a
Jesus
gun.
fucking Christ. I need more power. Pulls out a rocket launcher.
That still misses, I'm afraid.
Yeah, but at least it'll give me an additional attack with my bonus actions now. Alright.
Well, first of all, legendary action. As she swings around the side of you, smiling.
They're
And she's-
really weird as two vampires are literally standing on the wall and they're just
They're on the roof right now.
ah.
She looks back at you. Well, at least you're worth something. But I have a dinner date.
Well, you can't just be heading over there all bloodied up.
And on her turn, she shifts form.
I'm sure she's going to be a vampire bat or something.
Yep, you watch her just kind of step off the back and turn as she turns into a bat and flies off.
I'm going to try.
Throw a rock.
Actually, I'll
Zamar
go
has
throw a
inspired me.
javelin.
Smite on rock.
If only I could do that.
The smiteful brick.
If I roll a D100 and I get 90 or above, will you let him throw a rock?
Fine.
Oh my goodness. I was already gonna throw the javelin, but
No.
No.
That's the
Bro,
side of that. That's the exact opposite side of that, Samar. So no.
alright, I'm just gonna try and throw one javelin at disadvantage. Just click all this off because divine. Wait, does divine favor? It only goes for the weapon, not the range.
I would go on
Yeah.
DM discretion.
It just says your weapon attack, so I leave it up to DM discretion, as you said.
Just says weapons attack. I don't. It's whatever.
All right, I throw javelin. Probably won't hit anything, but
Nope.
yeah.
Clink, 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 clink. Walking pedestrian.
Oh my god, a free javelin! Takes it, runs.
You know, I will get.
You throw it and it misses. Also, it crashes through a bunch of trash cans.
Oh no, my cat!
You hear some homeless guy. What the fuck? Who's throwing sticks? Woo! Free javelin.
That man made 5 gold and now is gonna live like a king.
Elliot's just gonna quietly go like, right. I'll leave that javelin alone. But
Go in your- So you do hear in your head.
I'm sure.
At least you're something better than she was. Ta ta. Nephew.
Do we hear that since it's technically in his head?
Yeah, you guys are too far for the mental.
Okay,
link.
okay. You just had to make sure. I figured that we were, but
What do you do?
He's neither wise or intelligent. I'm just gonna roll something. Yeah. Elliot's stubborn. He's gonna try to at least keep up by dashing and at the very least I'm also going to apply using the divine sense.
Roll me a d20 and a
Okay,
perception.
I'm just gonna count down my counter on my divine sense because you said D20?
Yeah, d20 and
Perception.
perception.
Oh no. Make sure I got all the other things clicked off. Crap.
You hadn't realized it, but she has led you down that alleyway she just came out of. As you get into it, it's a tight, narrow one. Only about 6 feet across. And as you get about what you assume 20, 30, 40 feet in between these buildings, you do have your dark vision, so you do see it. But there's about 5 corpses, some of which have just, you can tell she played with her food before she killed it.
Damn it.
One guy's nailed to a wall.
He doesn't say anything out loud, but he is definitely fuming and is enraged. But he checks Sorlex. He takes one look at the bodies, and he says, "I better report this." And he's gonna make his way to the constable.
You're lucky. You are lucky, miser.
you didn't almost see the vampire 69ing in an alley over the corpses.
Oh no, it would have been if it had been the 69, the whore was going to come around the corner and scream.
Oh shit, this is really Jack the Ripper Part 2 Electric Boogaloo.
And if I had rolled anything else, if I had rolled any higher or lower than an 80 or lower than a 20, there was gonna be cops. And the only Fang folk in the alleyway at the moment.
Yeah, he's gonna go straight to the Constable HQ to inform Morgana of a very dangerously large vampire that he ran into and give information on that. While also still trying to check the mental link if it's still working. Is this thing working?
1 2 1 2 mic check.
Well, with the headquarters being in the middle of the city, depending on which direction you went to get there,
So
you might have picked back up if you
It
went along the
doesn't-
docks.
So to clarify, it doesn't pick back up. Like once it's disconnected, it's disconnected. So
Oh,
yeah, it's kind of a bitch like that.
Makes sense. But yeah.
And Zidbar and I are the ship. Just Kyle's. I don't think. Well, actually, it might be good to call Kyle in town if there's a vampire on the loose. Get her murder urges out.
Well, that's what he was trying to do, but apparently it didn't work. So Elliot's just gonna make it. He's just gonna make a beeline to the Constable HQ or the police headquarters.
yeah.
Get in touch with Morgana and give her the bad news.
They get suspicious about you at first, but Morgana is a very good judge of character.
He also drops a name. Someone by the name of. God damn it. Player
Well-
forgot name. Elliot wouldn't.
Valenta Popovsky,
There we go, Valenta.
former bride of Strahd.
There we go.
Oh wait, so Elliot's the. Oh god.
Yeah. That's why I kind of had like a lot of facepalm moments.
Good. Now we get to. Now Kyle is justified in her murder.
Yes, Elliot is the descendant of the most renowned serial killer.
Jack the
Uh,
Ripper.
No,
I know. I was making.
he was a whore that killed her. What do they call it? Oh, what's the term for that, Molly? My brain is done.
Pimp.
No, it's like it's a name for the people who hire hookers, and I can't remember what it is. I mean, yeah, clients, but there's like another one for it.
Oh.
John's, yeah.
Who's
Okay.
John.
I heard gone. So sorry.
I heard Dawn. I'm like, wait, that's sound right.
No,
It's just like usually Saturday for me. I don't know.
Everyone just ignores you and doesn't listen to what you say.
Sorry.
It's alright.
Yeah,
But
Demus,
yeah.
why do you keep saying gone? You're right here. I don't think you're gone.
It's just one of those nights.
Okay,
but yeah,
gamers. I really need to go to bed because I got work in the
Yep.
morning.
Yeah,
Not
no
a
worries.
problem.
Where
Thanks,
were
buddy.
Before I
nobody
go, I
else
wanted to
has
say something to Jeebus. Every single day I've been messing with Rick because I keep moving one of the channels down one, and he has not realized in 4 days.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
Is it
All
even
right.
Rick's server?
yes. It's 1,100 people in here.
Anyway,
Okay,
Thank-
anyway.
Take care, Jason.
that will be where we'll call it.
Good night, good night.
We'll start next session with the next morning. And I have been Goth Moogle, the DM for Hi, right? See you, Sorrows. I am the DM for Into the Pits of Derp.
Those nights.
That being said, we'll see everybody again in 2 weeks. Throw it over to We'll Spin the Wheel and Miser.
That's a very
Hello.
short wheel.
Very short
We
wheel.
got 3 names on it, so
And only 3 choices really afterwards. But oh yes. So hello everyone. I do apologize. I was late. This is Miser Mark. I play as Elliot, who just basically tried to murk his great aunt out of the fact that she's connected to a evil mom, and mom tried to turn him and everyone else into sacrifices. Blah blah blah. I am also the DM for Into the Wildlands. You can find my content on Miser Mark on both Twitch and YouTube. And I'll hand over to Mariner.
Hello. I am Transpace Mariner. You can find me on Transpace Mariner on Twitch and DM Mariner on Twitter. And yeah, I usually run One in the Chamber. Like, what was it? Where next week, or next 2 weeks, sorry, Brent is also derping. We're gonna go to have fun times where we get to eat dinner, just kind of bump uglies. And by bump uglies, I mean someone's blood is probably gonna get spilled over a table. But yeah, it'll be fine. I'll head over to Jeebus. We don't have a guitar though.
I feel that pain, and I'm pretty sure Mariner needs to figure out what the meaning of bump uglies is, but
I know what it I know what it means.
Yeah.
You're telling me you're not gonna get someone's not gonna get fucked over?
I mean, it depends. I mean, our group is either one of two things. We're either getting completely destroyed or barely
Mark something.
surviving. So, you know.
Yeah, you either kill the thing or just get some very lucky rolls that basically could mean the TPK or not. There's no in
Yep.
between.
Alright. So let me just end the stream here.